trolly, like fuck game stuff. That's my shit. I like that stuff. But it's got to be done right? Like easy trolls aren't good. And good. Well, that's not always true, but mostly true. Well, that's subjective. We can't. But what I'm getting at here is like, if it's edgelordy goofball stuff that's solely meant to piss people off, it's not as fun as if it's like done in a tactful, kind of precise manner. Is what I'm getting at. And I recognize that's a personal perspective. But over there, it just turns into like literally flinging shit across the room. The best times are when it's really good. Like, I love when they do the little, like, tell people they're in the Matrix when they're not actually in the Matrix.
Yes.
Or when they're in the Matrix and they go like, oh yeah, that's a great point, loud and clear, that kind of stuff. That's fun. But when it turns into like the bodega bunnies fucking going crazy and throwing chopped cheese around, it's just not fun anymore.
Which ones are the bodega bunnies?
That would be definitely Carolyn. Carolyn's the chief bodega bunny. And then Shy is plus or minus participating in the bodega activity.
Really?
Yeah, because Shy is awesome when she's awesome, and she's really not when she's not.
Yeah.
True.
And all it takes is one bodega bunny, and the whole thing devolves into like, kicking people in the head with tin boots outside the bodega.
See, and that sucks to put Shy in a box with Carolyn. I can't do that.
Oh, they volunteers though.
She does that to herself. Yeah, she jumps in the box head first and goes, "Okay, we're doing the bodega."
So, like, I consider her big part of the big three, but also big three adjacent.
Is that Jazzy? Is Jazzy the other one?
No, Jinx.
Jinx is another one that's kind of disappointing. She's pretty bright. She has really great perspectives on, especially like medical stuff. But then, yeah, when the bodega shit kicks off, she goes right to that.
Ratchet.
Yeah. Jazzy is I'm not gonna go there.
Jazzy has value to it. It's just.
I'll take your word for it because I've never seen it once.
Me either.
Monica, I asked Joe, and then I'll stop talking about last night, but I said to, because obviously Andrew abruptly left, and I asked him, like, so, like, do you think that, like, he just knew that he lost? He said, for sure. He goes, and we went through the whole conversation, and he said it started with Monica's talking about calling him out for essentially hanging out with people that act in bad faith. And he said, and then that's where it started, and then he circled it all the way back at the end, and we lost the argument and left. And I was like, so did we win? And he said, yeah. And do you think that that's why he left, because he knew that he made an ass of him?
I think he miscalculated the culture of white belts chillism. You can't call someone, anytime someone calls someone out for their bad behavior, it turns out that they get called bad. So Andrew, by allowing people to be abusive. There's a quote in Andrew's rooms. It's like mocking Monica is a civic duty. Oh, okay, a civic duty, and I'm like, or evil. like you don't understand how always targeting someone for abuse is a bullying, nasty, despicable, gross thing to do. And then every time a complaint is registered, his hands are thrown up and he goes, oh, it's not, you want to make sure everybody feels heard. I'm like, oh, you asshole, you weakling, you coward. And then he tolerates things that aren't he promotes lies. He validates lies. And he says he's bringing people to Christ. All right, we can go back to a different conversation. And Pepe's here, perfect timing. And Egger.
Yeah, let's get off of chillism and talk about buffet magnesium.
What is
Can we
boofing?
talk about the topic?
Boofing is putting things
What
on
would
your
you talk about?
Hey, Craig, what's up?
I just came to speak to the title. I literally just came to speak to the title.
That's your opportunity.
It might
That's your
not
chance.
have known we do title. Welcome, Craig. What do you think about
Shalom and Heil Israel.
What do you think about, Craig, the We the People owning a Spirit airline company? Good idea, bad idea, what?
I mean, it's a good idea. I think a lot of people don't know that on that day that Spirit decided to close, all those people that flew out as flight attendants, they all had to buy their own flights home. But I know the news didn't talk about that though, right?
No, I'm glad you told us. What else?
Flight attendants got left at the airport with a wet ass. Like that shit was
What
not
the fuck? Yeah, like what you mean, what else? Are you fucking serious?
So before you get angry and start insulting me,
I don't even insult you. That's literally true.
Okay,
My
I
friend
need
works for Spirit.
everybody to shut up so I can talk to Craig. If you go off mute, you will find yourself in the goo because this is important to me. Craig, you're tracking the story. I'm friend. You're gonna have a whole lot more information than I do, and I'm interested in telling it to us.
I mean, I literally just did. I literally just said that all those people that flew out that day
That is
all
shitty.
had to buy their flights home, right? My friend, she lives in Virginia. Hold on, someone's calling.
What a ringtone.
I know, I ain't answering that phone. But look, so my friend, she lives in Virginia, right? That morning, she had to fly out to LA. She flew out to LA, and on that last flight, they said, this is it, no more flights. And she couldn't even use her buddy pass to fly back home. Oh my gosh, that's fucking calling me.
Why would they do that to their employees? Like, really?
They have no money. All the employees, they all have to, book their own flights through a different airline in order to get back.
That's particularly egregious though, because it wouldn't have cost them any money to let them keep their non-rev benefits, because
Right.
non-rev is literally non-rev. The other airlines don't expect to make any money off of those sorts of passengers.
If they don't have money, then why did they let all those flights go when they knew the day before that this was going to happen? That sounds like a waste of money.
Well, they got to pull the trigger at some point, right? And how many passengers they're going to have?
Why don't we pull the trigger but not strand people?
Well, what day of North American air travel can you cease operations and not strand people? People fly Christmas Day. People fly during the Super Bowl. People fly. Like, there's constantly planes in the air. Thousands of them. If you have to pull that trigger at some point, you got to pull it. When can you do that? And you just go oh, we're not going to book anything for the next 3 months, and then we'll stop. I don't.
But that story is not true. So I would suggest you go back, Craig, and really research it yourself. Because Delta Airlines, Southwest, they all flew all the flight attendants and crew back home.
Yeah, a lot of the competitors were.
Eventually, they did not charge.
I think people that are celebrating Spirit going down are dumb.
I can see that some of the other airlines stepped up and offered complimentary flights home for the Spirit Airlines, and I also believe that some might not have gotten the memo, or there might have been a delay, and they just didn't wait and self-purchased their flights home.
But that's the thing.
I don't know why this is
And if they
interesting
didn't announce
conversation,
it,
you guys.
I mean, Rico, the next thing that's going to happen is Carnival Cruise is going to shut down. I mean, guys, are we noticing a pattern?
And not to mention, Spirit is one of the few.
There's a reparations discussion somewhere, Rico. If you want to head over there, where I'm interested in the topic.
That was a really good
Several
joke.
of us are engaged. You coming on to the
Thank you.
stage. What was the joke?
I said that the next company is going to be Carnival Cruises, and are we noticing a pattern?
You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want that. These airlines create competitive prices. They force airlines like Delta to create more flights that Delta probably operates at a loss. And second of all, these airlines kind of naturally segregate like a type of person you probably don't want.
Yeah, I was about to say, if I was using your logic, Keegan, I mean, if you don't want the people you're talking about on your flight or on your cruise, then you kind of want to keep those.
Yeah, people are really dumb.
American Airlines this week is going to look like Walmart. That's true.
Listen, I completely agree with you guys. I'm not one for Spirit Airlines shutting down, but there's a reason why they are shutting down, and there's a reason why Carnival Cruises have implemented a lot of the rule changes that they have. There's a reason why McDonald's has stated that they're going to be done with giving self-serving drinks. I just read an article by like 2030 or something. So, in a lot of places like this, you can't do self-serving drinks.
Yeah, because we're in a recession. We need rate cuts.
Well, it's either that or it's that, certain demographics are truly making a lot of companies lose a lot of money.
There he is.
We're in the recession. We need rate cuts.
Which demographic should that be, Keegan? Just spit it out, buddy.
Rate cuts, we have $5 gas. It's not...
The demographics are usually Black or Latino descent.
Goddamn Indians is what they are.
That's right.
I don't want to sit next to a smelly Pajit for fucking 10 hours.
I would rather sit. You're absolutely right. I would rather sit by a black person.
BB,
I'd rather have 10 crackheads.
don't even respond, y'all. Don't even respond.
Wait, are you disagreeing with what I'm saying?
No, we're adults. We're just not going to respond.
Adults.
So how's everybody else doing? How's everybody else doing?
Good.
Good.
How's your booty hole doing?
That's good. That's good.
Hey, Adam, they changed the place of that now. It's called the Christ Cathedral. It used to be called the Crystal Cathedral.
I know. Yeah. So they did. It got bought by
I know
the Catholic
exactly where
Church.
that is. That's right here in Orange.
Yep, we were down there yesterday. So they changed the name.
By Israeli, it's
The area's coming up.
That's so amazing.
The whole entire area is coming up, right? It's actually really refreshing. That area was long overdue for for some change.
And I spent a lot of time down there in that areas.
If you want to buy your moms a gift for Mother's Day, Bonefish Grill along with Carrabba's and Outback, buy $50, you get $20 in other coupons free. There you go. I just walked out with $140 and I only paid $100.
You know what's crazy, guys? So we went to the Spectrum yesterday, and everything is so different. I've been really down there in like a very, very, very like 3.5 years. The Vanilla Moss is gone.
Yeah, that mall. And honestly, the last few
Viejo's
years,
next.
the last few years before that mall left, you could just tell that mall was.
So I was dying.
I was looking at LA rents. They're going down. You can get a studio.
We're not talking about LA.
It doesn't matter.
But you're interrupting our conversation.
I don't care.
Anyways, Craig, this is wild. This is wild.
I have one of those luggages that looks like everybody else's fucking luggage. It used to be my husband's, but then my husband got a new luggage, and I just got this one. That was whatever. So now I'm like trying to figure out ways to make it different, because it's. But I recently, since I've been flying to LA and back, maybe 3 or 4 times, just within these last couple times flying, somebody thought my bag was theirs, and I have like a big ribbon on the handle, like it's huge and red and. Can't miss it, but they still think it's fucking theirs, girl. So this is pissing me off. Why does all the luggage look the fucking
Dazzle. Do it like we do with our kids.
I need a new luggage.
Bedazzle it.
Yeah, see, I gotta sticker it up, bedazzle it up. I gotta be putting some decals on that hoe.
Did you guys see the compilation video of we're losing a good one in Spirit Airlines when they I saw it was going around.
You see Chad Ochocinco's post on Instagram about Spirit Airlines?
No, what did he say? That's funny.
He said, "Thank you, Spirit. I'm saddened by this loss. Thank you, Spirit, for getting me to my destination safely and saving me a ton of money." I love Ochocinco. That guy's so funny.
So Vera, when are you now?
I'm going to Denver in June, and then after that, probably August. Yeah, August.
I'm not coming out to LA for the rest of 2026.
I hate LA. The only reason I have to go there is because that's where the fucking money is for the film industry. I can't.
That's right.
And LA doesn't like to do Zoom calls.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because of the kind of work I'm doing. Because it's
Proprietary.
filmmaking, you know. Yeah, they kind of like need to film. They need to catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling. It's that very LA. I don't know how to explain this. You know how like you approach a filmmaker in LA and you're not from LA, and you do independent work and they do like crew work on sets, and they're like, oh, I was just finishing the Jilly Buffett film, and I was just working with Kevin Spacey, the other day. Oh, you don't know Kevin Spacey? Like, shut the fuck up.
They love name dropping.
Yo.
But then they show up to Nashville and they don't know what the hell they're doing.
It's kind of a dumb town, you know.
But when they come to New York, they're like, hey, Vera, where's the rooftops? Where's the speakeasy?
The Bay Area is where the high IQ people are.
You said the Bay Area is hot?
You would find
Bay Area is
in the Bay Area.
the Bay Area is more high IQ than California.
You would find the Bay Area more attractive.
I don't know what that means, but
Don't forget about the gays.
that's in San Francisco, not Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is a different place.
Really off topic, but WPTBR, that's a picture that just popped up. I was in first grade, and it was right after a huge flood, and the Kennedys started standing in the background. They came to see us. We had to go to school with a fucking bank. They were going to school in the back of a bank. I mean, who does that to their children?
That's some podunk ass shit.
And if you're a straight man, you should love San Francisco because of all the gays. It creates like a male-female imbalance.
That was the most down low shit I've ever. What?
Oh.
No, it creates way more single women than single straight men. So if you're a straight man,
but I'm not gonna go to a gay bar to find straight women there either. Like, that's stupid.
you know they have like normal straight bars in that city, right?
Yeah, but what would you know about, like,
Yeah, no.
Adams, you're like the gayest guy here, aren't you? Like, you're really gay.
Stop. Meeting women from Clubhouse and flying them out and can't get an erection. And then you have these women coming back and reporting to the app, okay, that you can't get your dick hard. So I don't think that you need to be giving advice to young men about where they need to be meeting women. You can't even get your dick off
To
the
be
couch.
fair, he should
Not for all of
To
them.
be fair, he wouldn't
Not
be
for
able
all
to
of
get
it.
a boner either. So
Ooh, thank you, Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe, can I hear what would
That's like a cell phone if a woman.
Pepe, can I hear maybe a role play of what would Issa be like when meeting Rico for the first time? Go ahead.
oh my God, get Rico, boy.
That's like a cell phone if a woman says it about you.
Huh?
It's
Yeah,
like a cell phone if a woman says it about you.
Oye, papi, you have low blood pressure?
I'd be super excited. I would have probably nutted like pretty quickly. And then, if she was hot, that is.
Yeah, but you have to get an erection
You
first. See, that's the difference, Pepe.
Then I'd fuck her for a couple hours afterwards. It's nice. But that's if she's hot.
You'd have to get the erection first, Pepe. Maybe you don't have that problem, but, according to Issa, Rico does.
But when I was 18, you could be the
Adams, I thought you'd know more about
And I would have a rock hard boner. But like now, I have to at least be attracted to you. That's that.
I mean, I thought that you'd masturbate more on your computer screen than any person in this room actually gets real life action. So, the fact that you can't get hard, you've had a lot of practice.
Your booty
Yeah,
hole
you've
gets
had a
back.
lot of practice. Guys, I don't really want to hear an argument from an incel and a gay man. Can we move on?
I'm not an incel. I don't know who the fuck you're talking to.
I want to know why Rico is taking pictures. You're a Rico. Why are you taking pictures of other people's cars?
You were talking to him.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on, Beth. Rewind. He did what?
Rico has his PTR right now, and he walked through a parking lot and took pictures of other people's cars.
That's a good burn, Beth. You did a good job.
That's Rico's Range Rover right there, Beth. Okay.
You need to get yourself a big rig so you can rape women in the back.
Okay,
Oh, child.
stop.
I just had to say something. I'm sorry. My daughter, her friends do. And I got called by Land Rover one night, and they're like, "Why is your daughter on our lot?" I'm like, "I don't know." And they're like, "We see your Range Rover, but they're going up against all these other cars we've got, and they're taking photos." I'm like, "I don't know. They're 17 years old. Who knows? Get them for
I would
trespass."
just like to say, for clarification, that based on the news, when Spirit Airlines abruptly ceased operations, it did leave thousands of their employees stranded across the country.
Period.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what
can
a
we,
mismanaged company looks like.
yeah, I was gonna say, can we blame the employees a little bit for working for Spirit Airlines?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like-
say, right, other airlines may have stepped up, but some people probably had to get, I mean, it was probably mayhem. There were probably a lot of people that booked their own flights just to get home
Right.
before they were stranded for who knows how long. So I'm sure that happened.
Okay, so they'll form a class action lawsuit, and then they'll sue Spirit, and then they'll get into the liquidation preference, and the bankruptcy filings. That's how.
They'll get like $200, and here's a free flight.
Hey, if anything, Spirit Airlines kind of gives them a favor right there. They're like, "Hey, do you want some of this money that we're about to get on this liquidation?" So I mean, Rico's got a good point right there.
Thank you, Keegan.
Listen, I hope that Southwest does not become like Spirit, of course. I hope that, United, I just hope, hopefully maybe someone fills this void. Maybe a publicly, we the people Spirit Airlines is a good thing, but I think we the people would realize pretty quickly that we probably wouldn't like
I think a lot of broke conservatives celebrate Spirit's downfall, but they're going to be too broke to travel soon.
Are you saying that prices are going to go up?
That's
You don't
fine.
think someone's going to fill the void with cheap flights?
No. They're canceling flights because of the Hormuz bullshit that Trump started. Because of the fuel situation.
Yeah, the full fuel is what made it so.
Gas is pretty wild. I just filled up yesterday, 2 days ago. It was $68. I understand for some of you guys living in
The jet
East
fuel is
Coast,
almost
West Coast.
I paid $116 yesterday.
Yeah, see, I know for you guys, but like 68 for me, I was like, wow, that's pretty expensive. Usually it's like, $45, $50, but $68.
Sensitivity you made by your phone?
Do you have to put premium in your
It's not even half a tank.
Well,
Was that Bobadine?
You know how we were talking the other day, and we were like, everything is annoying. Everything is annoying.
Yeah, Bobadine. I put 93 in there.
It's happening again, Tiffany. I don't know what to do about it.
It's like,
We talk about the rice and shame.
Monica.
We have plans for happy hour this afternoon. Something to look forward to. Hey, Adams, you're sounding better than when you. Adams was hilarious, y'all. He comes up on stage, is like, "Hey, he would not. And he was all energized and peppy. And I'm like, oh.
Well, I told you because you
Gossip
weren't
is
here, Monica.
Adams is medicine.
You were not here. So I smoked a blunt and I felt a little bit better, but my throat still hurts.
I'm sad that your throat hurts.
Thank you. Me too. But yeah, no, Monica, I definitely agree with you. I don't know what you and Sarah were referring to, but if it's what I think that you're referring to, I think that when certain dynamics get introduced into certain spaces, yes, things do become repetitively annoying.
I had a phrase I liked that I used with Dips BS. Everything's sandpaper. Like everything is just like adverse. And it's like, okay, well, this is probably not normal. Probably should need an attitude adjustment. So I'm going to walk. Beautiful day. The birds are singing. The sky is blue. The wind is ruffling through the branches of the trees. The leaves are gorgeous green.
Okay, here's serendipity if you pull it up. It is Delta is the main airline that is flying everybody back home from Spirit. But
they get a tax write-off probably. It's a
10-day window that they have to deal with. But they're doing it for free. They're not charging the staff, but that means that then they have to get hotel rooms or just stay in the airport.
And then they get they write off their taxes.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I mean, and point being, there's, I'm sure, plenty of employees who paid for their own flights just to get the hell out of there before they got, waiting with 1,000 other people. And like you said, hotels, this is, definitely not a fun situation for the employees who had to deal with this.
Crazy. I don't know how many employees it was. I know thousands, but
most of them live in Dania Beach probably anyway.
And they are filing 7, not 11, so odds of employees getting jack all shit is no.
so who wants to buy an airline with me?
But you're a broke conservative.
Rico, that accent.
You don't know anything about anyone's financial
Sounded
status
like
in this
Randy
room.
McDickerson. I was about to remove him from the room.
I mean, I don't hear Monica complaining that the Jews are the reason why she can't check out at the supermarket.
It's the blacks. That's the reason why I have to go and say, hey, can you guys unlock the cabinet for the deodorant, please?
The website is so
Oh my god, you guys are so ridiculous. I swear I'm gonna block you both.
There's so much interest, Vero, in pledging to help buy the airline that the website's been down for hours.
Serendipity, don't do that. And you want to know why you shouldn't do that?
I
This pendulum swings both ways, and their corny, raw, redundant material is only going to be material for the other side when the pendulum swings the other way.
I'm willing to take that chance.
Monica, you see what I'm saying?
Is Rafi here? Or no, he left. Shoot.
I just have higher expectations for fucking grown-ass adult men.
Well, that sounds like your problem, Serendipity.
I know.
Oh my God.
Shane,
That's your
the
fault.
fuck on me.
If I listened to them long enough, shit, I would have come to the conclusion that you can't.
Serendipity said, and Anne has this philosophy too. I hear Dad talk. Like, people don't owe you apologies. And that's something I struggle with. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
I think you can be owed an apology, but not expecting to receive an apology is where gets gummed up.
I don't know. Flip the script on that, and somebody thinks that they're entitled to an apology from you, and ask yourself the same question.
Well, we can do a role play if you want. I'm sure I've done something that irritated you recently, Deputy. Why? Can you use that as an example?
Do people want an apology though nowadays? I feel like an apology is kind of outdated in the lesson that was meant to really teach people.
Wait,
do you think that
don't
people...
jump ahead though. That's a great line of thought, but don't go so far ahead. We need to establish, are people owed apologies? Someone can owe you an apology, or you can feel they owe you an apology, and they have no idea they even insulted or slighted you. So then are you owed an apology from someone who doesn't even know that they rendered an insult?
Well, I think that's an entirely different question. Are you owed an apology from someone who doesn't like you and they don't really care if they hurt your feelings?
Yeah, I think you're only owed. I think you're only owed an apology from someone that like you hold respect for. I don't think you really are owed an apology from people who like don't like you. I mean, that would be kind of.
No.
See, and that's where I was going with this, Monica. Sometimes the apology is irrelevant. The apology will naturally come if you get your lick back. You see what I'm saying?
See, and I'm not interested in a lick back. What I'm interested in is acknowledgement that a slight occurred, a sincere contriteness for issuing the slight, and promise to do better or never slight again. But just saying that out loud makes me think I'm probably fairly spoiled, and I'm probably going to be perennially disappointed.
I just wanted to say, Heil Israel, my Israeli ETF is up 1.3% today.
Yes. Hail to Israel.
Who was that? Did you move Rico down?
Hold on, I thought I did. I thought I was just, I moved Rico down because we were nowhere near talking about Israel. I moved Rabbi down because who the hell is he? And so, all right. So
I can't invite Rabbi back up.
I don't care.
Well, who's Rabbi?
I don't know.
Well, I'd like to know. Can somebody invite Rabbi back up?
No.
Just here,
This is about me. I'm censoring myself.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
Who is Rabbi? Do you vouch for Rabbi?
Don't even ask.
Oh, are you not vouching for Rabbi?
Come on, Boo Boo. Like OIV.
I'm not part of this.
Oh, child.
All right. Well, okay. So now you're on a warning. All right, Rabbi. Like I know.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
I used to be a dog personality, and Clubhouse has turned me into a cat. Meow. Meow.
Can you do a roar?
All right. Apologies.
All right. I'd like to apologize to all the single ladies.
You see, I knew it. Can you move him down now?
No.
Like
He's not hurting anything. Wait until he's offensive. Okay.
He's offending me.
Oh my gosh. I think you just want to be offended.
I'm only one man.
No, I was trying to
I can't rescue all the ladies.
dynamics of Clubhouse relationships, and this stranger is all up in our groups. Like, get off. Shut up. We can talk to you in 10 minutes when I can no longer talk. Okay, buddy? All right?
Okay, Monica, so here's the thing. To Adam's point, I know I'm jumping ahead, but number one, do you want an apology that you have to ask for? Because I sure don't.
No.
I absolutely don't want an apology that I have to ask for. Number two, I am certain that there have been times, if you pick a particular cast member, where granted, you have made snide or, passive-aggressive remarks about said person, maybe because of past, interactions, but,
Only Stigler.
oh my goodness. By virtue of using that name, okay, but do you really think that you owe Stigler an apology? Even though he might be offended at something that you do or say? He might think you owe him an apology, but you probably don't think you owe him an apology. You know you're not going to stop calling him Stigler instead of Stilgar. And so why would you apologize for a behavior that you're going to repeat? I don't know. I don't think it's fair to make the assumption that people owe you anything. They're not required to like you. They're not required to be your friend.
I don't ask to be
They're not required to even extend common courtesies. I mean, we would like that. I would certainly like that behavior in society as a general rule, but nobody's required to play by the rules.
Okay, so that's 3. They don't have to like you. I never asked to be liked by everyone. They don't have to be civil. Well, in our rooms, I think they should be civil. And then we have this account who has thousands of accounts, and he's threatened us with harm. He's tried to blackmail us. Said if we play to his demands, then he'll let us live on the app. But if he doesn't, we don't accede to his diva wishes, he will remove us from the app, and he has the power to do so, allegedly.
Who?
So he's threatening us.
Who is it?
Wait, would you ever say to? I don't think I could ever think of a time when I said to a friend, "You owe me an apology." Like if something happens and I say, "Look, this happened. I don't know if you realize how that made me feel," and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize that." But I would never say. That only seems to come from people who maybe aren't your friend, which in that case, fuck off. Don't tell me I don't do anything. So I don't think.
Well, Edie, you're not a petty, stupid person. So
I think I don't know. I've never demanded an apology from anyone. What I've said was when.
I have to disagree with you, Monica.
I've told you to apologize, or I told you to stop doing your fuckboy shit. Or you
you've told me to apologize.
When?
What do you mean when? You've told me.
When? Oh, no, I need receipts. Did you keep them or no? You're just making a supposition.
I don't record in rooms, if that's what you're asking.
So you have no idea when I demanded an apology from you. Should I demand one now? But it's not my style. I don't demand apologies.
You have though. You blocked me. You said that.
Oh boy, me blocking you is a consequence for your poor behavior.
No, Monica, you've blocked me. And you said I'm not going to block you until you've apologized. And it was actually for a room that I dogpiled on you. You were in a room and you were getting piled on, and I came in and I dogpiled on you. And you said that was really disrespectful, and that you deserve an apology for it. And then you said I'm blocking you until you apologize. And so I apologize.
Well, you're lying now because how in the hell? Wait, what?
I remember it now.
Hold on.
Remember the situation
happened. What you did is wrong. Why should I unblock you? And you said, well, if I apologize, will you unblock me?
No, Monica, that's not how it went. Which is okay. I don't mind someone asking for an apology.
Why? Why do you require an apology?
Well, now you're changing. Now you're moving the goalposts.
Hold on. No, you demanded an apology from me on March 27th in the back channel. March 27th. Maybe Monica can come up and apologize to you, Abby, for blocking you.
You guys would rather talk about this rather than racism in America.
Hold on, my friend.
Why you stop that racism? What about anti-Semitism?
That's not me.
Zach, can you give us a minute?
Well, I'm not hurt by it. I'm just saying that you had that.
You demanded an apology to me, and you now referred me demanding an apology from you?
That's.
I question your affection for certain people in the app.
Let me and apologize to you, Abby, for blocking you. That's me saying maybe Monica should apologize to Abby. I didn't demand an apology. I'm just, and as I'm demanding, I didn't even request an apology.
This is
I
gonna
said
be
maybe.
fun. How many people, when hold on, maybe Monica should apologize for blocking you, Abby.
Yeah, that's what I just said. So that's not about me wanting an apology from you towards me, nor is it me
Ask
wanting
for
an
an
apology.
apology for like you were all up in the Kool-Aid not knowing the flavor. Why did you do that? What business is it of yours whether I have Abby blocked or not?
I don't know the exact
Why are you getting mixed up in stuff that doesn't belong to you or concern you? And why do you complain that I have you blocked? And then obviously I don't have you blocked because we're communicating in the back channel.
Monica, again, rather than this is more than a year ago. Rather than getting caught up with the circum. No, you're okay. What you're talking about is a month ago. I'm saying that you blocked me off about a year ago, and you said that I will not be unblocking you until you apologize to me for dogpiling on you. And so then I did apologize to you, and you unblocked me, which is fair, and I respected I understood. But I'm just saying, and I'm just saying that you're saying that you don't think people, can demand an apology, and I'm saying that you do request an apology. You have requested for apologies before.
If I stated that you caused a slight, that's me letting you know that you caused a slight, and then you get to decide whether or not you're sorry, and you either render me an apology or you don't. It's not like.
I think she's trying to cuck you. I wouldn't apologize at this point.
I'm not saying I would apologize. Guys, I feel like we're missing the broader aspect.
Expand out because it's uncomfortable to be centered. So
I'm not trying to center you. You just stated something that you don't believe, which is that you said that you don't think that people should request an apology. And I'm saying that you have requested an apology.
Do I demand an apology, or I say that was shitty?
You sound like
you should apologize.
You seem like you're acting.
Who are you? Rico, get out the way, Thomas. Always.
Oh, dots.
First names formally used on the app are not doxing. But I did it to get his attention. So, Deputy, I demand apologies.
I think demand's too strong of a word.
Shut up, Keegan. Did you not hear me ask Deputy?
Maybe rephrase it as have I
I
requested
still
an apology.
hear a man's voice instead of the dulcet tones of one of my dearest friends on the app. Do you have the ability to mute up but not the will? Not the stamina? Not the conviction of a man?
You're just misrepresenting the argument, though.
I think based on, and I'm strictly basing it on our communications today, Mom. Okay, I don't think that you run around demanding apologies. I think based on our communication today, you have an expectation where I'm not certain you're entitled.
So again, someone threatens us and our welfare on the app, not in the real world, but on the app, affecting our lives.
What did you do?
Here.
What did you do?
Yeah. And then they want to come and nosh with us. They want to have a tea party and a coffee clutch in our spaces after they've threatened us. And I'm supposed to be okay with it. It's a huge ask. It's a huge ask. And we did it again last week. And what happened? Like, I'm legitimately upset about this. I allowed Brad to squat on our stage and contribute for hours. And last night, I wanted to go talk to Rafi and them in their room, and I couldn't.
Wait, can I get a reset?
No. We're going to move on and talk about the Strait of Hormuz. Is it open or closed, y'all? Because I don't know. And how come we're not talking about it anymore? The U.S. is going to rescue stranded ships. Are they without food and necessities? What's going on over there, anybody know?
talking about you?
particularly trolly people tend to navigate this app. And I think the overlying question is, you have somebody in a room that treats you poorly for any type of reason. Whether they're crashing out with you, whether they're just talking mad shit because they're a troll and they like to be offensive and disrupt. And then they show up in another room and they want to kiki it up and rub elbows and just participate in the light social interactions and act like a normal human being. Should you have an expectation of apology for their prior behavior? Should you just not allow them to interlope? Should you not allow them to interlope on the conversation? Should you just let it roll off your back and keep it moving? Like, that's kind of the overall, I think, bigger arching topic of conversation. Some people find it hard to navigate because in one room people will treat them one way, and in another room they'll act like
people will treat me abhorrently, disgustingly, invasively, pervertedly, and then want to have a civil conversation in the rooms I host. What's my responsibility to them? And when do I get to be angry and offended and tell them not here? Not here. It seems grossly unfair, and I think that's why I'm so upset about it. And despite me calling Stigler Stilgar, despite me calling Stigler Stilgar, wrong again. Despite me calling Stilgar, it doesn't mean I've got it eventually. Thanks for your patience. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm talking about him. I'm talking about Brad. I'm talking about Rich. And actually, maybe a little bit of Stigler because he laughed at Tim abusing me. And I know it's not abusing me. Inconveniencing me. Humiliating me in front of people. Ha ha ha. Isn't that great? The wind is blowing. It's not hot here.
Do you want your medicine now, or should I save it for another day and make it bubblegum flavored?
No. I'll take a shot. Go ahead.
So, I think you make somewhat of a controversial figure of yourself on this app by your own actions. And I think when the consequences come, you don't enjoy them. I would just recommend you take them less seriously. It's still the internet.
Try giving the tutorial a chance.
Hold on. That's excellent advice. That really is good advice.
You're welcome. The invoice is in the mail.
Also, who cares?
I care because it interferes with my navigation of the app. I want to go where I want to go. I want to be where I want to be. If my friends are doing a political room, I want to be there. And so maybe I can offer a poll suggestion or a link that provides context and information. And when I'm denied access to the people that I prefer by a couple of jerks who think it's fun to poke at Monica, ha 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 ha, it's annoying. And I don't think I'm as controversial as Stigler thinks I am. I just think people like a target, and I happen to provide an excellent one.
I'm not laughing at you, boo-boo.
You admit yourself that you deal in controversy.
When we're doing audiobooks?
No. I think you do it for altruistic reasons, or at least you believe they're altruistic.
When we do comedy nights?
But you've mentioned yourself that like you'll lean into controversial topics because you think there's value in the rational conclusion on the other end of those controversial topics, and dealing in controversy to discuss them seeds the conversation, right? But the problem is that tactic has this natural consequence.
Yeah, I can see that argument, and I don't think it's wholly without merit. And also, people don't pay attention. I'm the poster kid for the KKK, and I think racism is important. I don't like racist people. I live because bigots deserve to breathe too, as long as they're not enacting violence upon people. But it doesn't mean I support or encourage them. So one of the most frustrating things about our dialogues on the internet is you question something horrible someone did, like Trump's now a pedophile apparently, and you're asking for more information, and then you suddenly become a pedophile apologist, and then suddenly you're a pedophile. We have no critical thinking. We've got to do better.
Well, this is a struggle for me because I have some contentions with your position in people adjusting their behavior in certain rooms. While I love you. You are single-handedly one of the most precious people on this app to me. I don't enjoy seeing you be abused by other people. I don't enjoy seeing people make you feel embarrassed or humiliated or any of the things. I also have expressed that to you, and you're like, I'm going to move the way that I'm going to move on this app. But the flip side of that is I don't, particularly with topics, don't particularly enjoy echo chambers. I want people that I don't disagree with. And if we take the two extreme components out of this scenario and we look at people like Stilgar and we look at people like Jane, I don't bounce around in 50 rooms. We're in this room all freaking day long. I'm here. So when people like Jane come here to see me and you're like, what are you doing here? You're not nice to me in that room. How dare you be here?
That's not fair. I haven't done
that. That is fair.
No, it's not. I haven't done that for months. I welcomed Jane in and I asked you to make her a moderator. Stop it.
Just recently, yes. But
over the last 6 months.
She hasn't been in here in the last 6 months. She doesn't come anymore because
that's not my fault.
Every time she came, she was accosted. You don't get to come in here and key it up with me when you treat me so egregiously out there.
And then when you told me, Monica, I like Jane. I like her in our rooms. Okay, Monica, I like Stilgar. I want him in our rooms. Okay.
Oh my God, Rico, I'm gonna kick you because you're just fucking obnoxious. If I said I want people that I said I don't agree with, but if I said disagree, it was a misspeak. Hello? The fact that you're in here every motherfucking day, I think warrants the fact that I don't mind people being in here that I don't agree with because I think you're a fucking loser. And I tolerate your bullshit in this room, your disruption, your fucking asinine ideas day after motherfucking day. I don't mind. So kiss my white ass, Rico. Kiss it, okay? And shut the fuck up. So anyway.
Please tell me that was recorded. That was incredible.
I don't know who Rico is, but I like it.
So that's your second warning, Rico. Your third one gets you bounced from the room, and we'll try again tomorrow.
Look at these feminists trying to cuck everyone.
Well, open up.
And so Jane, and so Stilgar, and Stilgar got a mod dad a couple of times. Stilgar is a great mod when he doesn't bother me. And when he doesn't bother me, we get along okay. And I told Dippity the other day, I consider Stilgar like a kind of brother, annoying little brother.
Give me a green bean right now, and I'll do something hilarious.
Yeah, you don't get to mess up my karma, Stilgar. So anyway,
Oh my goodness, they're worried about the karma. They're cucking themselves now.
but Brad is different. You can think I meant only the clubhouse karma, but you'd be wrong. But go ahead and think that. Brad was too much, and that was a mistake on my part. Brad was too much, especially after him blocking me out of the room where all the people were last night. So now Brad blocked. So that problem. Rich was a lot. Rich was a whole lot this morning. So that's where all this emotion comes.
But see, I don't think Rich was a lot this morning. On any other given day, I'd say, Rich was a lot. Like this morning, I felt like Rich came in and he just participated in the conversation, and he wasn't particularly, he wasn't like poking at people and trying to disrupt. Like he actually engaged and carried on conversation, not with me, which I don't. But he was interacting and he was engaged with people, and they were talking and there was no drama. And in a case like that, like I don't care about him being here in that case. I think when you care about him being here in that case, that's when you're going to get the disruption and the what can I do to turn your room upside down, because you wouldn't let me play on the playground. Like it's freaking childish antics.
You know the story of the Damocles sword that dangles over someone's head and it's wobbling to and fro, and you never know when it's going to pop and stab you through the skull. That's Rich.
I think that's hyperbolic. When Rich comes in here, and he's messy, he gets thrown to the goo or he gets thrown out of the room. When Rich comes in here and he acts like a freaking person, he gets to participate and play with everybody else because he can show that he can, contribute to the conversation. I don't have a problem with that.
He said I was the worst person on the app, and he was going to do everything he could do to get me removed.
He said the same thing about me. He said I was getting my account flipped.
Monica, who said you're the worst person on the app?
Rich.
Right. Who said it?
Can I interrupt for a quick programming note? So we're gonna have at 5 o'clock today a social hour where we play this very funny game that was just created and tested a few days ago. And version 2 has soft launched this morning, but I haven't tested it with any real people. So I'm going to start a room right now to test it with a few people. If I could have a couple volunteers, just find the room that I'm going to start in about 1 minute.
Or you can email me the link and I can advertise before you do it.
Yeah, it just about.
I think it's important to know you need to have 2 devices to use the game.
Yes.
One device to do the game on and one device to talk on Clubhouse.
Thank you. Yeah, so have a laptop or a tablet handy. I'll send you I'll send it in your Telegram, Monica.
Okay. And do you only want like 5 people? You don't want 15?
It could be more. I would say minimum 5. It could be more, and then we're gonna do the big full game tonight.
Yes, you have to be in a place where you can talk because everyone shares a question and everyone shares a question. So keep that in mind, especially when the answers are spicy.
If that's the case, you should let Rico up.
Okay, all right. So I will send you the link, Monica. I'll send you the link, Serendipity. Send you the link,
suck your dick.
Liberty, and I'll send Stilgar. If you still have the same Signal account, I'll send it to you also because I think you would be good at it.
I do, yeah. Yeah, and I'll be in a hotel room at 5 o'clock this evening, and this sounds definitely better than watching all the Shark Tank. So.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so back to apologies, and then I'll go on mute. And Room can return to his conversation about We the People Airlines, and if it's a good idea or not, because I think it's kind of charming. I'm excited when I see, like, what did Hero say? I've got red, white, and blue flowing through my veins because of this. So exciting.
America! With the big airplane, you're either going to get Kamala or
the means of, I get really excited when the means of production is owned by the people as well.
Yes.
Are you a socialist, Keegan?
So,
maybe.
Well, I think people might be trespassed upon enough that they do deserve behavior does warrant an apology. I will pay attention if I've made demands for apologies in the future because it doesn't seem to be something that I do, but I'll pay attention to it. Thanks, Keegan, for that feedback. Silvar, I know, I just touched grass. I know I take the app too seriously. And I know that's a problem for me. And then thirdly, I'm used to wearing armor in rooms outside the rooms I moderate. I'm finding it uncomfortable and unpleasant to wear armor in here when I want to take my shoes off and get under the blanket and in the recliner and relax. So that's going to be something I need to navigate, not anyone else. Thank you guys for letting me process all of this today. I appreciate the patience.
We love you, Monica.
Vera, what do you think the odds are that we'll get this done? Because I am ready to drop $45
for a share. I would. I'd get a little square. Why not?
Drison's room is at the top of the room. If y'all want to go help him test the game, you do have to have a second device, and you have to be able to speak. So,
oof. I don't have a second device. It's in my office. That's it.
Tablet, laptop, second iPhone.
All in my office. I'm trying to separate my work from my life right now. Okay, so I'm trying to, leave things in there and then concentrate.
Go in with your eyes closed, and that way you're still separate, but
right.
It's a fun little game, Bureau. I really think you'd love it.
Oh no, I've played it. I was one of the first people to try it out, and so we gave them a lot of pointers. So I'm excited to see the V2 for sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry. When I emotionally vomit all over the stage, it's hard to clean it up and then regroup and get the topic. I apologize. Are we still at war with Iran? Wasn't the time limit up with that?
Let's see. Are we still at war with Iran?
The answer is yes, and we will be for the foreseeable future.
It says not exactly. That's crazy. The U.S. and Iran were actively in a war early in 2026. Meteor strikes. Fighting has mostly stopped under ceasefire began in April. Just a couple days ago, the U.S. government said hostiles have been, quote-unquote, terminated. But it's not really over, it says. They're still deployed. We have still boots on ground. Incidents are happening where there's like missile claims or naval confrontations, and it's ongoing and uncertain.
Wake me up when September ends. I am so tired of this fucking conflict. It's
I am too. It's been giving me a lot of anxiety. Some PTSD shit just happening here and there, especially with the recent flying too. I've been kind of, anxious.
It's Islamic fatigue.
It's war fatigue, bro. Just straight up war fatigue. I'm tired of war.
The oil price is only a first order consequence. The second and third order consequences have yet to show up, and it's going to get way ugly before it gets better.
I mean, if we can get rid of some fat people in the process of all of this, I feel like that would be a net positive. Wouldn't you still, though?
I mean, look, Ozempic is already doing half the work. Starvation is going to come in for the 1-2 for the 2 side of the 1-2. Yeah, this is a looks maxing summer, I think. You haven't seen shit when it comes to food cost. It's only going to get sketchier from here. Enjoy your $22 pound of ground beef by August.
Bro, relax.
It's good season to be a vegan.
No, I haven't eaten meat since fucking, I don't know, a decade now, okay? So relax. You're just so pessimistic. It everything, you just. I could be like, oh man, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, and you'd be like, it's gonna explode, bro. It's gonna burn you.
Forgive me, as a millennial who is on his, I don't know, 7th world-ending catastrophe.
Right. Someone was telling me how, even in the room, there was like, it's a little irrational to be afraid of flights. Or was that you, maybe? But the thing is, I don't think people realize, because when COVID happened, when Daddy Trump closed everything down, I was in Scotland and I could not get home. And so now you can't tell me shit's not going to go right, because one day a global pandemic happened and I couldn't get home. So now flying gives me anxiety.
Oh, air travel is definitely going to be a giant mess in the coming months. Aviation fuel is becoming very hard to come by, very expensive. Domestic, short haul flights are getting canceled across the country. It's worse in Europe at the moment, but they're just the canary in the coal mine. Will be next. Transatlantic, Trans-Pacific aren't that bad, but it's coming. This will probably be one of the lowest summer travel seasons we've seen in probably a couple decades, COVID notwithstanding. So, yeah, I mean, the whole world order is totally upset. Shit. But, fuck it. If the sky's always falling, who gives a fuck,
Stilgar, I feel like the one positive thing out of this, at least for Los Angeles, with everybody converging here for the World Cup, is maybe people will stay here. They've made the tickets so unaffordable for people to even go that live here to begin with. So maybe they'll just stay home. I think that we can survive with a little bit less tourism this year. Traffic's going to be better, getting to work.
That's what
I feel like
the Europe trip I'm taking. I expect everything to be kind of chilled out.
But don't forget about the Olympics too. You got that coming.
Yeah, and hopefully more people will stay home. And if I absolutely have to go somewhere, it's like a 3.5 hour bus. I mean, there's nothing really that I need to see in the rest of the country for the time being. And even if I do, I have no problem driving. I've driven from Santa Monica to Miami. So,
do they have the train yet?
I'm not taking the train. I don't do the train.
Yeah, but they have the high-speed train.
I'm not taking the train. So I would prefer to drive versus taking the train. Regional commuting, to Stilgar's point earlier about the high-speed train, I definitely agree with that. I cannot wait for them to actually, bring that to fruition here in California. It would save people godless amounts of time, in traffic. But aside from that, going from one end of the coast to the other, no, I'm not doing that. I'd rather drive.
They do have, I never taken it yet, but they have luxury buses that you can sleep in.
No, I'm not interested. I'd rather drive. I can pull over when I want. I can sit on the clubhouse and be as loud as I want. Exactly, I can smoke a blunt, as long as I want. I can pull over, go to the hotel, take a shower. I don't have anybody rushing me, being on somebody's itinerary. I love driving across country. I don't know about you guys, but I love it.
Have you ever been on a shower on a bus or one of those super trains?
No, because I refuse to take them.
It's like rocking, and you're like touching the edge. Oh, you're touching the walls of the ship.
No. Do you have to share a shower, or is it?
It depends on the train. The Amtrak trains has cabins with showers, and they also have shared showers. In Europe, I think a shared shower is probably more common on
Remember the Navy showers?
Yeah, touching the curtain. Oh, the curtain was so
I felt like my elbow top falling out.
Well, one deployment, we changed all the shower curtains. We had to cut them in half to help take this shower curtains.
Yeah, but imagine being in June. That would have
I'm sorry, guys. That's why you gotta wear your flip-flops.
That's what the flip-flops are for. Our hot water heater is constable, and she's gonna hop in after me. She's like, I'm like, are you washing your hair? She's like, yes, I have to wash my hair. Okay, maybe we should.
Girl, you don't want a protein treatment on your Tony Hawk?
Not at all.
I'm just kidding.
I do not share with the males and the birthings. Thank goodness.
Good call.
Oh my god! But I remember the guys, especially the Marines, were on shit. Everyone was wearing a hot pink speedo at one point. They ran through all the Marines. They wore hot pink speedos and ran through the flight deck just to be fucking Marines.
And where are the gay ones?
There, yeah, most Marines I know get.
Oh, straight dudes in the military are the gays dudes. 24/7 gay dudes.
Brock isn't gay.
I'm not gay either.
It's okay to be gay.
24 dudes singing Sticks in the shower with their dicks out is gay. I don't want to be.
That did represent everything semen at one moment in time.
I mean, as long as you don't ask and you don't tell, right?
We all know you're gay. It's like, that was such a dumb policy.
I was in the Army before they instituted that, and I ran into my supply sergeant at the gay bar, and he was in like a Speedo with full body glitter on. And I went there with a bunch of ladies. Gay bars are actually awesome, let's be fair. Nobody's at the pool table. They try to murder you with the drinks.
Listen, I'm just going to say this. Y'all straight men need to stop invading gay spaces. Okay?
Look, if four dykes want to go to the gay bar, they had me at bar, okay? But yeah, from then on, I never wanted for anything. I was like, oh, I see you got those new Gore-Tex boots. He's like, oh, yeah, I think we did. Okay, what's your size again?
I think it's easier to hook up with women at a gay bar because people are more open to just sex in general.
Yeah, I think that straight men need to stay in straight male spaces. They don't need to be venturing off into gay spaces. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but they don't play Annie Lennox at straight white male bars. If I want to hear Going In for the Kill by LaRue, I have to go to the gay bar. Gay bars are also always open. Like, Christmas Eve, the gay bar's open.
What's the coolest name of the gay bar you've been to? Mine's Rainbow Cact.
All the ones that I've been to have kind of like not that great names. Like, okay-ish names.
So we have New York City. I'm also in the neighborhood, so I see them all the time. But there's a gay bar here, and it's an upscale gay bar. It's called The Hemp.
How do you explain a $200 charge to your wife from the Golden Banana?
You don't?
The one in Philly is called Woody's.
Actually been to Woody's.
The lesbian bar is called Sisters.
Oh, wow.
You have a lesbian bar out here called U-Haul. That was a joke.
Is the straight bar called your basement, David?
I don't have a basement. It's on you.
Dave, what is your guy?
You don't have a basement? Is basement just a Midwest thing? Don't ask about.
No, we have a lot of basements in New York City.
Yeah, that house I grew up in has
Basements all around the country. They just are different.
Not in Florida.
I just have a
Florida people have
I don't see in
basements.
Florida either, yeah.
I just have a crawl space. That's it.
I feel like but like it's super common at maybe more like a tornado-prone areas to have basements, right?
I think so.
Well, we have hurricanes.
of water and flooding, and that would be counterproductive.
It's because all Florida's like in a big swamp, so you can't miss.
That's right.
Be nice.
David, what does your Goldman Sachs guy say about the Israeli ETF? EIS?
Don't know. Never brought it up to him.
It's 11% in the past month. It's amazing.
That's pretty good. But that's less than the NASDAQ.
It's 70% over the past year.
That's okay.
No, that's amazing.
Why are you talking like that?
Because he's a rabbi.
The Israeli ETF is my new risk-free rate of return. David, how can you say 70% year over year is okay?
It's very good.
Huh?
It's very good.
That's amazing. Let's look at the QQQ year over year. That's only up 9%, 8.53.
I'm going for a walk. Another walk.
Bet you won't.
That's beautiful.
I'm grateful for
I will.
I'm grateful for Jeffrey Epstein because he said only the goyim deal in the real world, and you should just make your money trading future.
Okay. Noted.
He was the best of men.
Oh God, Rico's back. This skid mark in a pair of underwear that you just can't scrub and bleach out. What are you up to, girl?
I'm thinking about going for a little walkie poo, have a little smoke. We have, I live pretty close to the Hudson, so we have a nice little path, little walking path. Get some vitamin D. Nice ones.
Do you have a park near you?
I have Central Park, and I have, like the Hudson River, which is a long walking path and bike path, and Sinton Park. Oh my God, there's so many parks around me. I'm thinking about it now. Like little ones, too.
Do they still do concerts in Central Park?
Absolutely.
How often do they do that? Is that like a summer
All
thing?
over the summer, like every weekend in the summer.
You could live in River North Chicago and get the same quality of life for like half the price, but you guys sign up to living in New York.
Honey, I'm married. I don't pay for anything. Okay?
You know, it's really funny to me, Vero. Like, are you ever complaining about money? I never hear you complain.
Never, because like that is not an issue. Even if anybody was like, "Oh, what kind of things you fight about money?" Never. We look at each other. Money. No, we're good to go, man. We can afford to be here, and that's why we're here. The fuck? Would never live in Chicago. You can't. Where it was New York or nowhere, day one.
Yeah, I would never live in Chicago either.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
It's lovely. Don't get me wrong. The summers are nice. Very nice. But nothing beats a New York City summer.
It's the most loved city in the U.S.
And then why don't you live there, Rico?
I agree.
Because I would never live in a place with a state income tax, personally.
Oh, Illinois doesn't have a state income tax? Or no?
No, they do. They do have a state income tax, but it's not graduated. Like New York fucks you in the ass the more money you make. So it's like, why the fuck would anybody live there?
That doesn't sound that
At least Illinois is like a flat state income tax.
a flat state? Okay.
It's a flat state income tax.
Oh, flat state income tax. Okay.
Not graduated.
Okay. Well, you know, we all make our choices. I've made my choice. I've made my choice.
Any banger concerts coming to Central Park this year?
Yes.
Let me see.
Like?
Where's Global? When's Global?
Global
what's that
Citizens.
Yeah, Global Citizens. When's that?
Usually in September.
Citizens. Oh, we're going to Global Citizens and Shakira perform for the people.
I'm gonna see Hootie and the Blowfish in Central Park.
Let's go.
Oh, that's fun.
July something.
Where does this perception that Chicago is like Detroit come from? I want to understand this.
It's very dangerous.
September 26th.
Like Chicago's treated like it's like Baltimore or something. I'm trying to understand it like Baltimore. No, it's
Cardi
not.
B's performing.
Maybe the South Side is.
I never felt safe there.
Maybe the South Side is.
Yeah, I was in North Chicago.
No, there's no way.
Yes. North of the river. Felt like I was gonna get shot.
There's no way.
I saw Stevie Wonder in Central Park.
You didn't see you.
Stevie, yeah, I was like,
Are you gonna come to New York again, Rico?
Not likely.
it's too cold.
I just don't understand the hype, you know?
You gotta get there, man.
It's dirty. Like there's like I literally last time I was there, like I think I saw like a plastic bag full of poop on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, it's a disgusting shithole.
That's
It's not
not major
nice.
cities. Even Chicago's like that.
Actually, Chicago is a lot cleaner because they put their trash in alleys. They don't dump it
Well,
on the
that's-
street.
I get that, the trash can and stuff like that, but like dog shit all over the place, that's, I mean, that, and like human shit all over the place, I mean, that's major cities. That's even LA.
No, Chicago is much cleaner than
And see,
New York.
you have to understand, every part of the city of Los Angeles is not like that. Palisades
Right.
is the city of Los Angeles. Hollywood Hills is the city of Los Angeles. Like there's
Yeah, of
many other
course.
parts.
But
Marina
there's
Del
many
Rey.
other parts of New York too, and it's not all fucking shitty.
I'm talking about Midtown Manhattan.
And then Chicago too. Chicago has very shitty parts, but then also very lovely parts.
I'm talking about Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, but no one goes. Like that's all just tourists. That's like saying the same thing about the Hollywood stars on the ground. Exactly, that's the same thing. I'm talking like, bro, no, you gotta live here to see the beauty in it. Really, you can't just visit. Like it's such a warped point of view on things. Like it's so busy all the time. But I've been on streets
Like
by myself.
graffiti all over the subways. I get that's an American thing, but it's just I don't know.
There's no graffiti on our subways. There's no graffiti on our subways. That's some 1980 shit, bro. That's just cleaned up, bro.
Girl, you stepped on a rat yet?
Nope.
I saw a fucking lady one time when I was working, when they was building the Four Seasons downtown in 2015. Like there was two rats. It's like, tell me now, if you seen a rat run fast, it looks like a
8 croc going
Yeah,
down the
like
street.
it's like remote control cars where these things are running around and they run under the fucking.
Have you been to Paris?
It's like steps on
The rats are dogs out there, okay?
Oh, rats are bigger than There's like some fucked up looking rats in the city. Like,
I've had a rat hiss at me before.
Like there's some ladies like fucking stepped on it. David stepped on it, and she fucking let out. I couldn't see her, but I could hear her whispering.
David, do you know that restaurant Midtown that we went to?
Yes.
Oh, you
they have that in Chicago. Like they have that same restaurant in Chicago.
Yeah, it's a chain.
Yeah, it's a chain.
I know. So like,
T-O.
my point is that like, yes. My point is that
It's not the same chef though.
it doesn't matter. My point is, no, you guys are buying into hype, is what you're doing. Like, you can get the same recipes and it's the same stuff.
No, we can still travel to Chicago, but I'll never live there.
You guys are buying into hype. Oh, this chef is famous. No, they can just write the recipe down and then send it to Chicago. It's not that
It's
not
not
that hard.
the same, huh? Not the same.
Yeah, it's literally the same. It's the same.
Okay. It's not the same. Okay. Okay.
New York is for people who buy into hype. It's for like NPCs.
Okay.
It's for people who are easy to sell to.
Okay.
I said, well,
I think that would be Miami.
That is Miami, if anything.
Rico, what do you like?
100 years.
Yeah, no.
I love Miami.
Oh, I hate Miami. If you love Miami, then I take none of the rest of the things that you say.
Miami's clean and nice,
Consideration.
and they crack down on crime. Like Miami's
to answer your
no
question,
state income tax.
Thank you for asking that question.
You got all the
It's a
sweet
lot.
Latina ass everywhere. It's amazing.
You don't have access to those women.
Thanks, Dr. Adams. I appreciate you for bringing that to light.
Yeah, you don't have access to those women, Rico. That's just eye candy for you.
That's
You don't
amazing.
have access
That's
to those
incorrect,
women.
but that's amazing.
You don't have access to those women.
Okay. Whatever you say.
All those women are fake. What you mean? Butt done, thighs done, breast done, arms done, chin done, cheekbones done, arch done under feet. They install dimples under.
What's wrong with
they have
looks
dimples under
maxing?
that.
What's wrong with looks maxing?
What you mean? What's wrong with the?
There's nothing wrong. Looks.
That's less than looks maxing. That's fucking body dysmorphia to the point of changing. Might as well be transgender. With all the fucking surgery.
What is this look maxing term? Like, is this
Gen Z term? He's just trying to be hip.
People are not funny, don't have any like talent.
Miami's fun for a weekend, you know.
The
In
first
2016.
I spent 24 hours in Miami. It's the only time I've been to Miami. And I spotted a fake ass. And I knew it was fake. And that was the first time in my life I've seen a fake ass person.
Shitty.
I don't know how you guys cannot enjoy like being on a boat or a beach and like a beautiful sunset. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't want to Miami for that. Yeah, actually, my friends were going on a boat 2 weekends from now. We're all going to be.
Yeah, in dirty ass Hudson River where you fucking have
We're
to
not
go.
going. We're launching from Montauk. Do you know? Grab a map.
Yeah, it's called the Hamptons, Bobo. I know.
It's not the Hamptons. I said Montauk.
It's over
Grab
near
a
the
map.
Hamptons, Bobo.
Grab a map.
It's next to the Hamptons,
Hours
Bobo.
away. Hours away.
It's on Long Island.
Hours away.
It's on Long Island.
Hours away.
They're both on Long Island. They're next to each other.
Hours away.
That's like trying to drive to London or some shit. You can end up in Montauk. Like, what the fuck? I thought the road was supposed to keep them.
Dang, I opened up my can and the whatever the frequency hit my receiver in my headphone and I heard it go boom, like a poof. It's crazy.
Now, I will say, as Florida is, I love it. But, like, there's only certain places I can go out there.
My husband had to go to that old beach.
Tampa, Clearwater, that whole area, I love that area.
I like the Atlantic side.
But once you start going like, Ocala, oh hell, get the fuck out of here, bro.
It's literally 1 hour to Montauk to Southampton.
Oh, I don't know. I was just talking shit, bro.
That's still far, son. I'm an hour away from the city, and people think I'm upstate.
You are upstate to me, bro.
I'm upstate. Well, I'm not even.
Aren't you like on the edge of upstate, bro?
Listen, the George Washington Bridge, exit 1. I'm exit 13. I'm literally 13.
What do you mean?
It's not that far, bro.
What is the number? Are those numbers miles or what is the? They're just exits, right? There's no
I'm
measure.
approximately 32 miles away from Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
32 miles. If I leave and there's no traffic, I can get there. Fuck, it's 2:30 now. I can be there fucking 3:10. That's just the safest one.
Damn, I wish I had plastic cups so I can take a beverage outside.
All I have to say is this: the type of person who loves New York is the type of person who will buy Beats headphones. They'll buy Beats headphones because it's the hip thing.
Beats headphones. That's strange.
New York is like this, bro. You could be anything
You know where you see
want for a day.
You know where you see the Beats headphones are? They're in LA, honey.
Detroit.
Or Detroit. Beats by Dre. Where's Dre from?
Oh yeah.
New York is the only place you can go, like, fucking bug out in the train station or run around Free Mary, fighting, and then go get a haircut, and nobody's gonna recognize you the day after.
I'm sure people did that too. Someone was probably fucking saying they're gonna kill everybody in the train car and get off the train and hit up their local barbershop. I bet you someone's done that shit.
Like, there's 8 million people out here, motherfucker. Ain't nobody gonna recognize you tomorrow.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. I'm so embarrassed. Nobody here knows you. Nobody recognizes you. Nobody knows who you are. Shut the fuck up.
That part. That's why I had to correct Rico. It's like, you ain't got it like that. You don't have access to those type of women.
Whatever you think, man.
You don't live the lifestyle and have access to those type of women, Rico.
Amazing.
But he does have Range Rover.
I guess if Adam said it, it must be true.
Yeah. Okay. I can vibe with that. Oh my god, this all fit in the same fucking thermos. Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go heat up some soup. Your egg roll soup.
My egg roll soup. That's right.
I need to replace my shower curtain.
Oh my. Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I had to go get my car.
I really recommend a cloth shower curtain, y'all. Like a liner, like the liner, a cloth liner.
Yes, yes.
Pop it pop them right in the washing machine.
I know. Aren't they great? They don't get dingy and soap scummy.
That's right. Ugh, stiff and gross, yeah.
Yep. No, I totally love it.
Running interference. I love it.
Do what?
Y'all are running interference. Y'all know what's coming next. Busy at my appointment. Goodness. So Rico, what makes you think that you have access to that caliber of women?
What makes you think I don't?
Well, because, I mean, if I didn't otherwise know that you were into women, I would have thought that you were gay. Especially the way that you drag on your words.
I just don't care.
You sound a little, you do, what, you don't care about your masculinity?
I'm now curious what this nigga think about me.
I think you're heterosexual. I mean, Twiz, I've been knowing you for a while. Like, there's no question. Like, are you okay?
I think Adams is on his period every day.
Twiz, this ain't about
This
you.
is, yeah, Twiz, don't jump in the car, Twiz. Don't jump in the car. This is for Rico, because I'm trying to understand how Rico feels like he's going to go from Issa, and, you know, he feels that he can get, you know, the big-bodied, you know, build-a-bitches in Miami. You know, I'm talking about the crowd, the Larsa Pippen aesthetic. You don't have access to that type of woman, Rico. You don't.
That's just your
Number one, you're short. Okay. Number two,
I'm 5'4".
your body's a mess.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're not
I'm
toned.
obese and I'm 5'4".
I wouldn't say obese, but you are chubby.
Okay.
You are chubby.
That's terrific.
So we can agree that you're chubby. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't make that amount of money. Okay, that to be able to support that type of woman. Even a woman like Larsa Pippen,
everything about
she'll show up to any dick for a check. Okay, I don't think that you make that amount of money, right? Because your car is like 17 years old. Okay,
There we go.
your feet are small and flat. Okay, and you got a wide ass like a middle-aged woman. So I'm trying to understand where you think that you have access to women like that. You really don't, Rico.
You're very creative.
I have such a visual too. I mean, I feel like you're creative too. You're delusion. You're flat-footed. You got a wide ass, and you don't make no money. At least he's a good flip.
Oh my god.
This bitch flat-footed.
This bitch flat-footed.
He's flat-footed.
Oh.
You flat-footed old bitch. Because that's usually what happens to men like Rico that are big boned that arch their back.
The way Adams can recite things that are just not true with such confidence, you should be.
It is true. Well, we listen to you talk about the Jews all day, so we don't know if you know what's true and what's not.
I love the Jews.
And seeing as though you don't realize how much you talk about it, I don't think that you look in the mirror.
I love the Jews.
Often enough
money with my
to concur with what I'm saying. Because again, you are chubby. Because I've seen pictures of you, Rico. You're chubby. You're chubby. You haven't lost the baby fat. You're chubby.
There we go.
Right. You don't go to the gym. That's where you're golfing.
I never ever go to the gym.
You don't.
That's right.
And if you do, you're probably on a yoga mat somewhere. You're
what's
not
wrong with yoga? Hold on. What's wrong with
yoga?
yoga?
You're not pumping up because you're chubby. Because you're chubby and you're saying you're chubby and you're saying that you're competing for a certain caliber of woman. These women don't go with chubby men like you unless they grew up with them. They either have money, okay, or the dick is good, okay. Which leads me to my last point. We got Issa. We got that incident, right? So again, aside from the fact that you're chubby, you don't make that amount of money. You drive an old used car. You're flat-footed. You're big bone, and you got a wide ass. You can't keep an erection.
I don't know what flat-footed.
You can't keep an erection.
Is that what you're into, Dr. Abs?
You can't keep an erection. Wait, is that what he said? I don't fuck fat dudes. Sorry, Keegan.
Oh, what type of dudes do you?
You'll never make it to my roster either.
What type of dudes are on your roster, Adams?
This is amazing.
What type of dudes are you into then?
Not you, Keegan. You don't need to be worried about what I'm into, Keegan. You don't need to. As a matter of fact, Keegan. As a matter of fact, Keegan, you seem to be very preoccupied with gay sex. Why is that, Keegan?
That's right.
Why is that? You're working into every conversation. You're working into your old recycled material. Okay, see, now this is crazy.
Adam's also a comedian, so I'm not paying attention right now.
Oh, you're good. Keegan, you can't be gay. We don't need men of your kind. We don't need men of your kind.
In the community,
No, because you're low quality, man. You're a low quality man.
You know what they need in the community.
You are. Keegan, you're chubby as well.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Adams.
Wait, there are a lot of both y'all are chubby. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Both y'all are chubby. Insecure. Y'all think that you're punching down at the Jews. Y'all need to punch
I love
the
the Jews. Their ETF makes me
like it's disturbing to me. It's just the delusion.
It's amazing that I can just say the words fat faggot and nobody responds in any way.
Well, you're not talking to me. You must be talking to Keegan or Rico. So, I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, my friend? What do you want me to say?
Maybe if you bought the Israeli ETF, you wouldn't be so angry at him.
Keegan can't be put up one in the chat if you've ever.
You see what I'm saying, Twins? It's sassy.
Adams, are you going to come today at 5 o'clock?
Adams, did you get what I meant by that whole I'm in a meeting and not paying attention?
Oh, I know, but I'm still gonna respect you. I made an oath. I'm not, I'm not gonna go down that road.
I was giving you a freebie.
I know you. I was picking up when you were throwing down, but I'm turning over a new leaf.
That's beautiful.
I'm not even gonna.
I love that.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Adams, did you hear what I said?
Yes, what's going on? You said something at 5 o'clock.
Oh, so in 2 hours and 20 minutes, we're all playing a game. So you just need to have a laptop or a tablet, and you can play with us.
How'd the testing go?
Good. I'm very excited because
Yay!
I was like 50% of me. I stayed up half the night, testing it until version 2 actually worked, but I hadn't tested it with any people, only myself, simulating other people, and I was 50% of me was expecting that there would be some game-breaking bug in it, but it worked. So we're going to use version 2. So Adams, you didn't answer.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be home by then.
Oh, okay. No problem. Okay.
I'll probably be sleeping, to be honest with you. So probably not.
No worries. Yeah, get better is the priority. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait. So what happened?
Take the high road.
Wait, did you say AIDS?
The high road. Take the high road.
Yeah, is that what happened?
The high road. Taking the high road.
I mean,
Adams, I hope you're
We thought it was
Adams, I hope you're using prep.
Oh, it's Mother?
Adams, I hope you're using prep.
Coogan.
Don't call his name.
I'll wake it up. Y'all want me to be the bitch? I'll be the bitch. Do it.
Go ahead, girl.
But I'll do it today.
do it, Sarah, do it.
Keegan, why are you so obsessed with male gay sex, bro? Like, for real.
Because I'm gay.
Because you're a fucking, like, big old gay rod, right?
That's right.
Big cock in your mouth, right?
Does your wife know that you're gay?
You learned that from your daddy.
That's right.
Father likes son.
That's right.
See, he doesn't work. He just agrees with me.
It's because it's always the same, Joey. You're gay. You have no money. No offense. That's how
Also, from you, too. It's kind of...
No, that's how women are. It's like...
Every single day.
You're gay. You have a small penis.
Yeah. Adam does the same thing as... Adam does the same thing that women do. They'll be like,
They
you're
go
gay.
over and over again. We get it. You're a broken record. We fucking get it, bro.
So, when you constantly talk about gay sex and then complain about the cost of living, what else is anybody supposed to say?
Should we not complain about the cost of living?
I mean, don't put me in the same category as the angry black women on this app, because I'm actually listening to what you're saying, and what you say is that you constantly complain about the cost of living, and you're constantly talking about gay sex. So what else is anybody supposed to conclude? I don't see any form of gay sex you shouldn't be preoccupied with. You're a heterosexual male.
Well, I just want to know what type of gay sex.
You're a heterosexual male.
Gay sex.
Why are you concerned about any
No,
form of
I'm
gay
gay.
sex?
Doctor, how many times...
Why would you be concerned about any form
I'm
of
gay.
gay
I don't know
sex?
why you keep calling me heterosexual.
That's crazy. So basically, you're homosexual. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Your serendipity. You know what? This is crazy.
Which one would you rather?
You see how intimidated it is if you're with being a decent person? You see how intimidated it is?
Let the record show Keegan and Rico are both good.
That's right.
That is right.
But we know Keegan's gay. I'm sorry, Rico. You see, I keep getting them confused. I'm gonna call them the twin twins.
Anymore, that's...
Listen, I'm kind of doing the opposite here, right? Like, I kept straight when I first was on the app, and then I'm now gay.
Answer your phone.
Adams, I said it's a telemarketer. Adams came out gay and now is straight. We kind of, Listen, I'm getting telemarketer calls now because I scheduled my eye appointment with a the eye direct. What's the eye doctor or whatever? And for last week, and for some reason, I think their data has got, I don't know, it got leaked. I don't know. But now since the last week,
What's wrong with your eyes?
I usually go to a different. I've been going to an eye doctor for forever, but but he moved. He moved
On the
location.
internet. Every time you mess with someone on the internet, you're gonna slowly go blind.
I've always had pretty bad eyesight.
It's gonna get worse.
You wear
The more
glasses?
keep fucking with people on the internet, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, I wear glasses, both.
Oh, damn.
Every time you fuck with somebody on the internet, every time they blink, you're gonna go more blind.
I need to eat more carrots. That's the problem.
I'm telling you, Vero, that's usually what happens.
What?
I'm telling you, Vero, we've been around long enough to see this shit happen. People like this that keep fucking with people for no fucking reason, okay? 9 times out of 10, it's gonna come back to be tenfold. I'm not hypocritical. I leave people to fuck alone.
That's not
I
true.
leave people to fuck alone. I do. What you catch is the tail end of somebody coming after me. I don't go around fucking with people.
Adams, the
Keegan,
only
I don't
reason
follow
why
you. I've had you blocked. And again,
Adams, the
somehow
only
you keep
reason
popping up in
why-
spaces where I'm at.
the
So
only
again,
reason why
Keegan, I don't fuck with people. So like I said, 9 times out of 10, what happens to people like you is the more you continue to fuck with people, shit gonna start rolling down the hill for you, Keegan. It is.
Okay.
The Lord has a very sick sense of humor, I'm telling you. The Lord
I
has a
don't believe in
very,
karma, I
very,
believe
very,
in
very
God.
sick. Well,
I
and
will
again, God, the Lord, they have a very sick sense of humor, Keegan. Remember that?
God has a sick sense of humor. Whoa.
Yes.
I don't know what
Yes.
God,
Very, very sick sense of humor. Absolutely. Yes.
I will say this, which is that I've never created any houses disrespecting. Yes.
As a result, so I woke up one day and decided I was just gonna create a house about your wife.
Well, I never had a problem with you, Adam.
I woke up one day and decided that I was going to make a house about your wife.
Me having problems with
Did I wake up one day and decide that I was going to make a house about your wife?
Yes, you did.
Oh, so I just woke up one day out of nowhere and decided I was going to do that, Keegan?
It fell out of nowhere for me.
And see, this is the bitch ass shit that I'm talking about, Keegan. You can't even stand on your square as a man. No, what you do is you harass people. What you do is harass people. And that's why that house went out. That's why that house went out. You harass people. So if you can harass people, you're going to harass people.
Your issue is with
If
other
you
people.
can harass
Just said
people,
that I don't do
people
that.
can say shit to you too. You do.
And then the only reason
You
why
do.
my
You're mentioning. You're mentioning.
and then after
You're damn right.
after
You're
my
damn
account
right.
gets clipped,
You're damn right.
what happens?
Leave people alone.
You do a party
Leave
room.
people alone.
This is very
One. All right, I counted y'all. Okay, keep it cool.
Speaking of harass, I want
Thank you.
some of your wife's ass.
Oh shit.
Well, here's my list of why I don't actually really understand Dr. Adams, other than him saying I mess with people too much as a troll on this app, which I've labeled myself as. So I don't really understand what your problem is with me being a troll. But the list is Adams creates a house about me, then he gets me clipped, and then when I'm off the app, other people say Adams does a room celebrating you being clipped, and he acts like he doesn't act like this. He says, if you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. I've never messed with you. And now when I call you like gay or fag, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even mess with you, Keegan. What the hell's your problem?
Well,
I never messed with you.
Those were the comments, okay? Those were the comments in repetition that got that house put up. And you think that you would have learned your lesson. Stop fucking with me. Leave me alone. That's it. That's it. You don't even have to speak to me in rooms. You don't even have to speak to me in rooms. I wish that this app, when you got somebody blocked, it just shuts off their audio so you can't even hear them. You see what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we don't have that technology. So let me just let you know right now, it doesn't take very much for some shit like that to happen again, Keegan. Leave me alone.
You should.
Keegan, you can say a lot of things about Adams, okay? Adams, he can bang and he can crash with the best of them.
Yeah.
He can say some really offensive shit. Faux show. Okay, there ain't no doubt about it.
And he acts like he doesn't do that, though.
I don't think he denies it.
I admit it.
What I don't see Adams do, I don't see him do that randomly, unprovoked to just internet randos.
No, he told me why he did it, which is that I mess with other people.
No, because you're bothering me. You're bothering me, Keegan.
You're bothering me.
You're bothering me. You're still talking to me. There you go. You're still talking to me. So, and this is my point, Keegan. You need to learn boundaries. You need to learn boundaries. And you think that situation would have been a crash course for you to learn boundaries. And you still haven't learned.
I'm not going to be intimidated by
You still haven't, and I'm not going to be bothered. So you see how that goes? You see how our interests are at an impasse?
A gay leasing agent.
You see how that you see what I'm saying? Keegan. Don't think about what you think is my business, because there have been plenty of people that have been sent me things that are actually your business. Right? So again,
that's right.
Stop fucking with me.
That's right. I like the idea that everyone's like, I'm gonna dox Keegan. Everyone says it. But
Can we just like call a non-speaking truce between you and Adams, and just you don't reference him and he won't reference you, and everybody just coexists peacefully?
I won't reference. Listen, I know that you guys don't really like Rico, and I love Rico. Though Rico is my guy. I like Rico.
That's nice.
I'm gay for Rico, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm gay for Rico, he's attacking my lover, and I don't want my lover to be attacked. And so
if you don't want your lover to be attacked, and I mean that both figuratively and literally, I keep Adam's name out your motherfucking mouth. I mean, if you're willing to jump in on behalf of your lover, Adams is he's gonna clap back
No, he deserves to clap back. No, I agree that he deserves to clap back.
Well, you agree, but I personally don't give a shit how you feel. I personally don't like to hear about your wife getting gangbanged by black men.
I completely agree.
I don't like to hear it. I really don't want to hear it.
You know why? It's because you're a good.
It's an anti-Keegan canard.
Right? I don't want to hear it. But when you say that you're gonna jump to the defense of your gay lover on the app and say whatever and attack him, you can't be upset that he's gonna clap back with whatever ammunition he has.
Listen, I completely agree, but there's the difference, right?
Aside from that, can you mute him, please? You know how many fucking times I've defended him and his child on this damn app of the egregious, disgusting things that people have said about you? Do you have any idea how many times that I have actually gone to bat and defended you? And I don't think that you know exactly how far I went to defend you. Okay? So, like I said, I've been very nice to you, Keegan, but this continued annoyance of you just trying to bother me, and then two things can be true at the same time. Right? I can still get my point across to you, and I can still defend your child, okay, in the things that were being said about your child, right?
Listen,
so like I said,
defended a lot of things that's been said about maybe you.
Don't play this tit for tat game.
I'm telling you right now. Bring those things up.
Don't play this tit for tat game.
But that's what my problem is, Adams. We never really had a problem until we had a problem. And literally,
and do you know why we had a problem?
A week before.
Do you know why we had a problem?
A week before.
Because you're doing it right now. Do you know why we had a problem? Because you talk too fucking much. That's why we have a problem. Because you talk too much. You talk too much and your mouth is reckless. That's why we have a problem. So I'm reminding you exactly why that house went up. And I'm also reminding you, again, you need to have an understanding of boundaries. Leave me alone, Keegan. That's it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. That's it.
Listen, I'd rather talk about, as my friend, our economic, social, cultural problems in the world. I enjoy that way more. I enjoy talking about the problems of America. And I might complain about our prices. I might complain about our demographic change and all those things. But then people say, I'd rather talk about all these dumb stuff. And then I'm told on this app that I only talk about Jews. I talk about blacks too much. Right?
Talking about drama with other people on Clubhouse, I think, is the lowest form of human communication.
Would you call it maybe hypnosis?
I just think it's retarded.
Communication is hypnosis. That shit. Where is his wife at? That's what I want.
She's at home, not at work.
She's making dinner for him.
Hold on, plate.
Tell her cook some more carrots, Keegan.
How you doing, Liberty? Let's move on.
She's making
Let's move on. How you doing, Liberty?
That's a very white meal.
Yeah. What's wrong with 6'2"?
No, I'm quite sure I'm gonna.
Won't be considered a black meal.
You're gonna get what?
I think I'm gonna get fired.
What?
I just keep fucking up. You know, I can't handle time pressure, and then I drop the ball.
Well, what happened?
Well, I don't know, like, all this stuff is coming together, this final project, and I just keep missing small details, and the timeline gets closer and closer, and then today I just fucking had set up a meeting to meet with 2 very high up people and totally forgot about the meeting, but the thing is that's so stupid to me is they like joined the meeting. I wasn't there, and they just sat there for half an hour until I never showed up. And then when I tried to reschedule the meeting, because I assumed like, oh, everyone must have forgot about the meeting, they were just like, well, we were available at this time and you weren't there, and I'm not available anymore. And I'm just like, why didn't you just like message me? Like, why would you just sit there in the meeting with me not there and not be like, hey, we should probably message this person?
Was a sales meeting? Was a client that you were supposed to be selling a product to?
It was internal at least, but it's still like, you
they
know,
were probably waiting to see how retarded you were, and then they were like, oh, he or she is fully retarded.
I'm confused about how that happened. Like, how did you have an invite on your calendar for a different time than everybody else?
No, I just didn't hear the notification go off that the meeting had started or that there was a meeting. I had set up the meeting a couple days ago, but I just like missed the notification that the meeting had started. And then they never messaged me to be like, hey, are you coming? What's going on? You know, they just sat there. So I feel like I was kind of
That's insane. Like the rule is normally like, if you're not there 5 minutes after the meeting starts, then you send a message.
Yeah, I mean, what it is it's my boss is like having personal issues and is like all the time. I think that it's just like all of this stuff is getting thrown onto me, like it's all my fault, when it's like, I'm not even the little person in this study. Like, I don't understand why it's like, okay, if I'm expected to pick up the slack for this person who's having, like, health issues with their husband, it's like, that's fine, but it's like, you can't just pretend like I'm supposed to be able to get all this shit done, you know? Like, there's so much stuff that I'm waiting on this person for. This is the same person who was in this meeting today. And so I kind of feel like she was, like, just like wanted to punish me, you know, like so that then she'd have one more thing to point at me instead of the fact that she's gone all the time.
It sounds like to me you work with a bunch of simpletons, and the dummies stay in there.
It's pretty
Not
inconsiderate.
let you know.
Sorry about that. That's you.
Has this been like a situation that's been building up?
I don't know, kinda. I mean, I'm just not very good at this job, so it's like just like little things that just pop up all the time. That's like, where they're like their big thing is they always start with why. Like, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And I'm always just like, I don't know. I guess I wish I would have, but I don't know what to tell you. I didn't, you know? Like,
can you have an AI check your work?
My work is fine. That's not the problem. Like, I am a statistician, okay? Like, I'm good at doing statistics. What I'm not good at is, like, managing all of 100,000 tiny details that pop up all the time. And, like, you know, it's like just the specs, and I'll write out the code, and it'll be great. But as soon as it's like, oh, well, the variable name in this data set was wrong, and so we need to contact this person, but then you have to contact the lab because they're the ones who have to change it. But then, you know, it's like, I just don't think I'm capable of being the, like, level person on the study. Like, I need the worker bee, you know? Like, just let me be the worker bee. So I'm honestly like, when this study is done, I'm tempted to be like, can you just demote me? Like, can you just can you just make me a lower level person and I can just focus on the programming and I don't have to focus on all this high level stuff? But then the other part of me is like, I think I'm making a normal amount of mistakes for a human person, and that in a lot of the ways that I'm not doing well, it's because the higher level people above me are not doing a good job at like helping guide me. Like I haven't been doing this for 20 years. I'm not an expert, you know? So anyway, that's what I'm doing.
Leave me when I want to be led. That's from The Office.
So, if I were your supervisor and I were coming to you and saying, okay, Liberty, I want to help you game plan a way of organizing these details so that they're not cumbersome, you don't have a problem following up with them, what would you want from me? What would you want me to do?
I think I don't know. I mean, I'm relatively organized. I have this really expansive like OneNote where I keep track of everything. But it's just like, I don't know. I think part of it is that the hardest thing about my job is that there are a huge number of things that I cannot resolve on my own. Like if a decision has to be made, you know, the sponsor might, or the client might have to make the call, right? It's like, okay, it looks this way in the database. We were thinking it was going to look that way. What do you want us to do with it? Okay, now they have to make that call. Or like, you know, data management reaches out to me and they're like, hey, we're seeing this issue with the way that the site entered this data. Like, how do you want us to handle it? Like, at the level I'm at, the expectation is that I will coordinate that question being answered, but that I'm not able to answer it. And that is a very difficult position to be in, where it's like, if it were me, I would figure it out. I would figure it out in that moment. I'd be like, okay, let me answer this question if it was me, right? But I can't. All I can do is I can say, send a message to the senior person of the study and be like, hey, have you looked into this? And then maybe they'll reply to me, maybe they won't. Now it's been 10 business days since I sent that email. I'm not thinking about it because why would I? And then they're like, hey, this thing never got resolved. And I'm like, yeah, because you never told me what the answer was. And then they're like, well, you need to be checking in with people and you need to like ping people if they don't answer your question.
I hate that sound. Yeah, I run into that issue too. And, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you just have to set reminders, you know, for follow-up, especially if you know certain conversations have certain aims attached to it that are just going to go further and just raise other questions. Particularly, you know, is this something where, you know, you maybe drop the ball? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I definitely dropped the ball today when I didn't do that meeting, but I also feel like it's insane that they didn't message me and be like, hey, where are you? But I also dropped the ball because there was this person I was supposed to reach out to, and I didn't because in my tracker of whose task it was, I put them down as it's like, oh, it's their task. But I had to still tell them it was their task. And when I filtered my to-do list to tasks that are assigned to me, I didn't see that task anymore. And so I never, like, that was my bad, right? But it's also like, yeah, that's like a normal thing to do. And the problem is it's like, none of this would really matter that much if it wasn't for the fact that this study is going to be over in 2 days. And so it's like all of this shit that we've been like putting on the back burner this study has been going on for 3.5 years. All of this shit that we've been putting on the back burner, we have to resolve in 2 days. And it's like, okay, is that my fault? I've been bringing these things up for 3.5 years. So, you know, I don't know. I'm probably not going to get fired, and I just feel like I'm going to get fired because it's like a common feeling for me. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired. But I do feel like I'm definitely going to get a talking to about like, hey, why is this so chaotic right now? Like, why does everything feel like it's not getting done on time? And it's like, well,
would they give you an assistant?
No. But that is the thing that's weird, is it's like, I'm a biostatistician 2, and I'm supposed to be like the lead on all of these studies. But there are no biostatistician 1s. So it's like, so who am I leading? You know, like I'm really not leading anyone. I'm just coordinating. So it's like I'm everyone's assistant. But then I'm also expected to do all the actual work. Like I have to do all of the actual programming. I have to write all the actual documents. Like it kind of feels like I'm doing everything. You know? So I don't know.
So what? Okay, so it sounds to me like your biggest gap, in like these little detailed things that you're missing is it's a follow-up gap.
Yeah.
So what is your when you have a meeting and there are takeaways and you've got to follow up with people, what do you typically do right now? Like, what is your scope right now as far as managing? Okay, I've asked the question. I need to follow up with these people if I don't get the answer. Like, what? For me, something like that was, so like after every meeting, if there are takeaway items for anybody, I always send an email recap. And I'm like, okay, the takeaway items from this were this. I need an answer by X date. And then I just put a reminder on my calendar on that date, follow up on these items. And that way I can review it before I follow up to make sure, like if I've gotten responses, then obviously there is no need to follow up. But like, what's your process?
Yeah, there really isn't a process. I think it's easier when it's people who I meet with every week, where then I do the like, okay, here are all the open tasks. And then at the next meeting, I'm like, okay, how are we doing on these open tasks from last week? Like, that's easier. But when it's people I don't meet with regularly, I don't really have a process. I just I probably have it written down somewhere that this issue exists, and then I will email them about it and be like, hey, can you help me resolve this issue? But then I don't say when they need to help me by. I don't put a reminder in my calendar to check back in with them. I don't have like a process by which I go back and review all the outstanding items from everything. So I don't really have a good process right now.
So that's what you need to do. You just need to establish yourself a practical, realistic, easy to touch process that kind of works with your ordinary day flow, whether that is, okay, I'm going to recap the fact that I asked you for this in an email and then copy and paste it and stick it in a reminder but do always give them a date. People deal a lot better if it's open-ended and you're not really giving them, they kind of take it away and it's really easy for them to forget too. And I think that's part of your frustration is it's like, I asked for it, why can't they just give it to me? Why don't you know? But if you give them a date, that puts them under some time guidelines too.
Does your company have certain standards as far as when emails are expected to be responded to? My company, it's 72 hours. So if you don't respond to something, what's that?
24 hours.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, that's something that, maybe to Serendipity's point, build that as a part of your process and taking that into consideration as an expectation, on their part. And then the other thing too is sometimes maybe, picking up the phone and leaving a voicemail on top of that, that's something that we all, kind of stray away from. But yeah, if I need an answer from something, I'm going to send an email. But if I don't get a response from somebody, I'm going to pick up the phone, leave a voicemail, and then follow it up with an email.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Especially if you're behind the 8 ball, because if it's something very sensitive to where like not getting that response or it just turns into other things, other sets of eyes.
I can guarantee you're one hell of an employee. I would also get a notebook and start writing down with the date at the top, write down, like, who did I speak to today and who do I need to speak to tomorrow? Yeah, because I can't imagine that you would be awful at anything, Liberty. So
I appreciate that, but there are many parts of this job I am good at, but I genuinely think I am not good at managing large numbers of small details. Like I'm really good at like the high level like what needs to get done, but it's like those little tiny, like this is something that's true in my household as well. Like Cheyenne always says, I'm such a doer, right? Like I am such a doer. I'm always doing stuff. I'm always getting shit done, but I'm always doing it 80% of the way. You know, like I'll put the dishes away, but I don't put them away in a way that's like really efficient. Or I'll touch up the grout in the shower, but I won't do like the final wipe. You know, like I'm just like, in order for me to get a lot of stuff done, I tend to like not cut corners, but just like do enough where I feel like, all right, this is functionally complete. You know, and that doesn't work very well in this line of work where everything has to be very, very precise.
Can I ask you a question? What does your email inbox look like?
I used to have a 0 inbox or whatever, but I have since completely, it's become unsalvageable. So I don't have any unread emails, so that's good. I have all of the emails are read, but I don't use email to organize like unresolved issues.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had to go to. It's running into having 3 and 4 and 500 emails in my inbox at any given time. And I could not handle it. So I had to train myself that only the stuff that had to be followed up on a daily basis could stay in my inbox. So when stuff comes in, if I can, it goes in one of 3 places. If it sits in my inbox, that means there's something pending with it. And I have to either respond to it, take care of something, and then acknowledge that it's been taken care of, follow up with something. And my goal, obviously, is to have a 0 inbox by the end of the day. Okay. But it either goes to archive, or it goes to, I have an information folder because some emails I have to keep to be able to cross-reference. Or it's in the goal, like I said, is to get everything on my inbox every single day. And that, of course, oftentimes you can't do that because you're not going to necessarily get follow-up the same day. But that's something else that kind of helps me stay on top of, like, reaching out to people because it's sitting there and I want it out of my inbox. I don't want it sitting there.
Do you use the pins, Serendipity?
No.
So that's what I use as like my action items and things that I need to come back to. I'll just pin it to the top of my inbox, and then I have like inbox like sub files. Whether it's like family communication or things coming in from different parts of the company, like invoices or things that I have to encounter on a daily basis, system emails, automatic reported emails. So that's kind of what I use to be able to organize myself. And then the meat of my inbox is just going through and just sorting and putting them into which file it needs to go to once it's been resolved. If it's not resolved, then it's pinned. And once the inbox is at 0, then I go back through the list of pin items, and it just remains pinned until it's resolved.
Yeah, I used to use it because Microsoft Outlook came out with this excellent now. You can take an email and assign it as a task and like set reminders and stuff for it. But I just got to the point where it was like that was just an extra step for me. If I just let it set in my inbox, whenever I got through everything that was incoming, I was going to go back through those anyway. So I kind of took out the middleman stuff. But their task functionality with their emails is actually really good now.
Yeah, I do that as well. But for me personally, like I need to see it in front of me. And I need to see it kind of like in a dashboard. You know what I mean? Like I can't spread it across the calendar and all this other stuff. I use the calendar functionality for the alerts, but aside from that, I just have it pinned. And it does not get removed until it's resolved. And it was one of those things where I had to learn just kind of the company culture, and that's why I asked the question of how long is the expectation of how long you have to respond to emails. And that was how I learned with this company to organize my emails in a way that's congruent to that expectation so that things just aren't missed.
And I wanted to
Is it me or Dippity?
Yeah, she's in the Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Darn it. Can y'all hear me now? No.
Yes.
The little
It's coming in. Yeah, choppy.
Hello? What now?
Yeah, it's
hello?
A little choppy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, hello.
Yep, that's better.
I just said our company's response. Anal what?
Her company's response time to emails.
Oh, I thought you said anal. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So sorry, I'm related if I'm derailing, someone stop me, but there's this spice shop near my house, and I've never bought anything from there because it's just like weird inside and everything's super overpriced. And I happen to love the spices that they have at Trader Joe's, so that's where I get spices. But anyway, it's a spice shop, and once in a while they have like a libtarded message in the window, just, I don't know, for no reason other than
place with the door on it.
What is that?
Talking about the place with the door on it.
Please don't interrupt him. Grayson, go on.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Or if you're gonna interrupt me, it better be like gold. That's D minus. So anyway, yeah, so like right leading up to the election, they had a big sign in the window. And again, they sell spices. Like, this is not related to their business in any way. They had a sign in the window that said, quote, "This is a very terrible business," quoted Donald Trump. Like, and they were like also the place that, 2 years after every other business had gone to, don't have to wear a mask, they were still asking people to wear masks. So now they have a new sign in the window that says, "This business fights fascism." Period. Like, by the way, let's imagine we were in a fascistic society, right? Let's imagine it's like Germany in 1940. Do you think that a spice shop in Berlin could put a sign in the window that says, "We're against Hitler"? Or do you think maybe like Hitler's group would like come and shut it down? But here we are, the big sign is so proud, and they're standing up to fascism. It's so fucking stupid and retarded. I think they also thought that like way more of the population in this area were against Trump during the election. And I think it was a business at the time because they didn't realize that my state actually went significantly for Trump in the last election. What was that? Was that England?
I don't know.
I said England. They could have done it because it's not. I'm not sure how well they.
Right, that was the point.
Because we don't live in a fascist state.
Okay, well, I think everyone else got it.
Wait, Bryce, the point that you just made, was that the one with the words in it?
Very good. See, that was good.
Yeah.
Can't we all just get along?
The only prerequisite to getting along with me is either understanding or appreciating the time.
We got Rodney Serendipity King over here. Can't we all just get along?
No, we can't.
you're sued for what?
Oh, I'm talking about the picture.
Work in a profession where it requires force. What job, baby?
The jacket with no pants on. No, just kidding.
Oh my God.
How you doing, Joyce?
Hey, good. How are you? Yeah, if you're free in an hour and 40 minutes, you should play your game with us.
Oh, okay.
It's a fun word game. You'll see it's very simple, but you need either a tablet or a laptop. You can't use the same device that you're using Clubhouse on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is there a link? Is it going to be in this room?
It'll be in a different room, but we'll make sure you get the link.
Okay. That's crazy. Crap, that's crazy. Is that evening?
John James.
You know, Liberty, so I voted for him last election. And this time I've been like heavily involved. Like I volunteered for a few things for him, and then joined some like conference calls where he just like randomly asks like select questions and we can answer. I'm like he's sus to me right now. He's sus to me right now, and I don't advocate for like who his like number one donor is at all. But Betsy DeVos, she's absolutely amazing. But I don't know. It's been responding to the concerns that are going on. It's not what I want.
Yeah, and I'm a Gretchen fan, so you're not gonna get me on the John James train.
Oh my God.
No, I know. You cannot vote for you can't vote for
What's wrong with Jocelyn?
Jocelyn Bunton is remember when the protest outside her house?
No.
During it was during Roe versus Wade and thing, and it was like a cockroach, and she.
Well, what did she do?
She just, I mean, she's just like essentially she agrees with everything that Gretchen like has done, and me and you can just agree to disagree. I think I'm a Gretchen person.
Okay. I'm gonna keep this very succinct, but Liberty, you're obsessed with like the Supreme Court and protection of democracy and checks and balances. Are you aware, and if not, we should look into this, when the Michigan Supreme Court stripped Gretchen Whitmer of her emergency powers during COVID, which she said that she did not have, and then she continued to use them anyway after the Supreme Court stripped her of those powers and just flouted the court. So it's one of those many examples where, whenever like a right-leaning administration takes action in any way, it's an existential threat to our democratic system, blah blah blah. But like when a Democrat openly, notoriously does something like that, it's just nary a peep in the public mindset. That's one of many examples, but specifically look that up what the Supreme Court stripped her of her emergency powers and how she continued after that.
Well, you know how it goes. They're always going to criticize politics. That's what it is. What they did to Jackie Lacey, what they're doing to the woman that you guys are talking about. It's horrible.
That has nothing to do with North Dakota. That is a very big argument. It does.
COVID 2.0. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe I would hesitate a little bit. You know, like, but I genuinely think that if we had COVID 2.0, I think state governors that were pretty like rigid before, I think they would do it differently now. Like, I feel like we have a lot of lessons learned, and I'm not, you know, I don't know. Like, at the time, I felt like things were getting done that had to be done, you know, whatever. Like, but mostly I am like a status quo. You know, I like how things are going in Michigan. I think things are going well. I would just be inclined to vote for any incumbent. Whoever's going to keep things exactly as they are right now is fine.
That's fine, but you realize, like, as far as status quo goes, you know, people say Donald Trump is a king. He doesn't flout the Supreme Court. He certainly could if he wanted to, because the Supreme Court, being the ultimate check against executive or even congressional power, has no enforcement arm of its own. They don't have troops that, you know, back the Supreme Court to enforce a ruling where one of the other branches are flouting their ruling. But it's just the status quo that if the Supreme Court rules, that's the final word. Same thing with the state of Michigan. However, she broke the status quo, which is you don't flout the court's ruling, and she simply did.
This is what I'm seeing. This is something I'm willing to look into more. This is what I'm seeing in the AI summary. Is that she maintained that the orders remain in place for 21 days in order to allow for a transitionary period following court's ruling. Is that what you're describing, or did she?
Voters may go with that. I didn't hear what you said.
The AI summary is saying that what she did was that she maintained that her orders should be put in place for 21 days in order to allow for a transitionary period after.
No, I don't think that's accurate. I think it was longer than that. And I think the court ruling was supposed to be in effect immediately. But that's just like one of many examples of where there's an even more famous example. That's certainly the most famous example, but an even more famous example where she told residents in Metro Detroit, you are not allowed to go up to your vacation homes up north in Michigan lest you spread COVID to other parts of the state. So telling people within the state you're not allowed to travel to other parts of the state, when her husband and she were famously caught doing that very thing, like traveling across the state to their vacation home.
I mean, in telling us that it's telling us how many people were left and that all of them that were in New Jersey were like, I mean, how many of those people died because they were overexposed or overcapacity? Like, huge thing, disgusting. And she wants to fix the damn road. Like that.
Right. Well, what about, do you like Duggan for governor now?
Oh.
He was the former mayor of Detroit. It's pronounced both ways. I've heard it, but I think I've heard it pronounced Virginia. He is just an incredible manager. He cleaned up the city of Detroit, fixed the government,
turned the trajectory around for Detroit, where it was losing populations for 4 decades straight, into a situation where it's gaining population now. He's absolutely incredible as a manager. He's not politically an ideologue. He was a Democrat, but he left the Democratic Party. So the right-leaning people call him a leftist, and the left-leaning people call him a Republican. So it's like he's like the perfect, look. Anyway, he's who I'm speaking.
I mean, I'm not. I'm definitely on research. Definitely not that. Yeah.
What is he running for? Yes. For U.S. Senate, for whose seat?
For what?
Whose seat is he running for?
Liberty seat is what?
Well, what is Lockett?
I'm not sure. I know what.
Must be Peters.
I would vote for anyone against Lockett.
Well, I don't think she's up for re-election. It's got to be.
No, she's not.
I mean, a Democrat. I think Liberty, like, definitely as far as like Democrat is, right?
Yeah, Benson is the shooting Democratic side for sure.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like the lieutenant governor was going to run, and then it seemed like. And I think Dana Nessel was thinking about running at some point too. But they must have had like a little meeting with the three of them, and then they flipped Cruz draws or something and Jocelyn won.
Well, I mean, they should have all been, you know, you just have like, leading candidate. It's good. Next one, even John James. I'm really upset about this.
I mean, he's been running for so long. Like, are you thinking that his positions have changed, or?
No, he doesn't, like, he's not like a campaign person. Like, he just does nothing. Yeah, so it's not like he's like really saying he advocates for certain things. It's like there's no reason that he doesn't give, like, answers of the, like, he'll say what the problems are and what's important to him, what he wants to address, but then he doesn't know if he can maybe, like, try and, like, give like, not give people a address answer, and then, like, and it's like you
these little mother truckers that I keep data for my kids' college, and they won't give me any information. Don't truck yourself. That's what I'm saying today. Period.
Yeah. Fuck yourself. Not you guys.
Is it concerning that that we don't own the land for our celebratory bases? The United States, Michigan, we don't own the land. That's weird. Like that's dangerous.
For the gambling, or
No, so this is our celebratory air base, our Air Force base. We don't own the land. China does. They bought it up in 2022.
that's very loose.
That's a very
So the federal government sold the land to China?
yeah. Celebratory air base land.
Yes.
Owned by China in 2022.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been during Biden's 22.
No, I understand, but I'm saying Obama led an effort to sell off assets to try and raise money during this administration. So I wouldn't be surprised if Biden did the same thing. That's all.
Access onto our U.S. military bases since they own the land.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with that. I'll dive into it. I'll dive into that to see. That's, yeah. I mean,
What did you say last about women not being attracted to what? No, not you, Dan. This person, the anti-juicy. He said something about women not being attracted to men who cook or actually participate in childbearing.
No, I said well, to elaborate, most women suck at picking. You know what I'm saying? So, you want the great bomb, you want some nigga to fucking dig you down and shit, you want the thug.
I really appreciate
That nigga
how
ain't
the,
shit. He don't know how to,
I appreciate how you just talked over me while I was in the middle of speaking. I appreciate that. Thank you. Go ahead. No, you know what? Please have the conversation with her. That's
I respect the mod, so First Lady, if you was
No, I'm going on mute. It's already been done.
8A, to not take too much time off,
Hello?
the mods, I just said you guys suck at picking. Not you, right? But the women that have to go through that, unfortunately for them, they were sold a movie. Probably over the weekend, Friday night, they were sold a movie.
Hello?
Right? Nice clothes. You got a gangster. He got all this jewelry. Moissanite, not real diamonds, by the way. He made you think that he was a money-getting, hustling motherfucker. And, he had a big dick, so you wanted to fuck him. And then you did, and then you ended up pregnant. That's not,
Why do all...
And that's what happens. And you don't know that the nerd could have had a big piece himself. And he's educated. Yo, Ada, do you want to say something? I'll mute up so you can talk.
Yeah, you're trolling. You're answering.
Nah, my name is Brian. I'm right across the street from City Hall right now in New York City. I'm a fire and life safety director for 2 properties in New York City. And yeah, I'm not a troll. That's my real point of view. And if you want to cope and call it trolling, then you can cope. So cope.
Wait, how old are you?
How old are you?
That's the question.
Nah, I don't know you, so I'm not giving out, I already said my name, I already said my fucking profession, I already said where I'm at. You're
I like the logic, man. I like the logic.
Yeah, bro, you know, listen, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not, because we know a bunch of high school women, that we knew in high school, that they're beat up right now. Their best years are behind them. It's the same thing Samuel Jackson was saying. Or what is it? Samuel Jackson, right? Am I saying that? Samuels. No, hold on. Kevin Samuels, sorry. What the fuck am I talking about? R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. He was, obviously, I'm not going to agree with everything, but he was on point. The best years of a woman are behind them. And really gotta watch who you give that sexual energy to. Real talk. No. Look. Check this out. I'm not bitter. It's just that it's corny. It's funny how those guys. You said what?
The content that you're consuming is not conducive. It doesn't do.
I'm not consuming any content.
You just spoke about that, sir.
Yeah, because I'm highlighting somebody who touched on that briefly. I'm not consuming his content. You know what I'm saying? But at one point during COVID, that was very popular. And it's true because we see it. All the kids that were popular in high school, they're nobody now. Chances are, maybe 7 out of 10. Let me be nice. They're not hitting on that level no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they focused on the wrong things early, and now they gotta be working at Dwayne Reed. No disrespect to anybody who works there. Working at whatever, and they're perpetuating this lifestyle, and then they wonder why they're all fucked up. Guys bragging about, I fucked 1,000 bitches, I fucked 100 bitches. Okay.
Anecdotal or your experience?
No, it's not my experience.
It is, obviously, because you don't have any numbers to support it, but that's not true. The guys that I knew who are popular playing football and basketball are still fucking popular and fine right now.
Well, then that's your experience.
What?
That's not the majority. It doesn't represent the rest of the world.
Anybody who's playing sports, can I finish?
You said that's facts?
Anybody who's playing sports or playing, you might be crazy too.
I played baseball. Oh yeah, you're right. I played baseball in high school, and I'm
see, now you're fine.
But that's not that's not. Lisa, you know what?
Yes,
agree. To each his own. To each his own. Because I have a beautiful partner. I have a beautiful woman in my life.
You do.
Who cooks. Y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. But I feel for the guys and the women. I feel for the women who got played. And I feel for the guys who didn't get a chance. I feel for both of them. Because now they're living their 30s. Right? Imagine spending 10 years, your 20s, and wasting it with a bum. A bum-ass nigga that you thought had it all. And you supported it, you stood up with it. You probably even put up with domestic violence because you like the sex and y'all had a couple good moments. But when that's all said and done, he's a bum. Like, what?
Different definitions of bum. I'll give it to you in a minute. Bum is subjective because I might think you're a bum and you're probably not.
That's fine.
My standards might be low, but they might be high, right? So
so let's all agree. No.
Just saying.
Objectively, if you're in a society and you can't support your family, you can't support your kids, and you don't have any type of means of supporting them, regardless of everything else that you might put in that metric, you are a bum foundationally. That is a foundational bum. Now, if you see me as a bum, that's your opinion, and that is subjective, and that's, guess what? You're right. Okay, so you can call me a bum. That's fine. When we stack up the statistics, like when we look at it side by side, is this guy a bum? Then you might think I'm a bum. Thankfully, I'm not put on this planet to please you. You feel me? Because every fish got everybody got somebody for them. So maybe you're going to find your Prince Charming if you haven't already.
I have a question for you. Why is someone who is in a relationship, I presume happily, maybe
very happily,
who has a job, maybe
a profession, yes, licensed by the fire department, youngest have 2 licenses in New York City right now.
Okay, we heard that. In a relationship, has a job, has everything going for them. Why, as someone who has all this, are you feeling people who are not doing well in life, and why are you talking about them being in
Because it's just like Bam. Bam talks about people that are less than him. Why? Because he has time to kill, and he has educational things to say, and he has real feelings. And we're human, and we can kill time. Because in my job right now, I'm working on the clock, and guess what? I'm talking to you right now. It's just things in society that piss you off that you see, and we have the right to talk about it. We pay taxes.
If I'm happy with my life, I don't have to.
So why are you here, Ada?
I don't have to shit on other people.
No, I'm not shitting. I said I feel for them. I feel bad for them. That's what I said. I'm not shitting on nobody.
The conversation was about men not participating in child rearing, which they don't.
That was one part of it.
It does no. Men on
yeah, that was one part of it.
No.
Because he touched on the mom first, right?
No.
He touched on the mom first. Then he moved on to the father. Correct or not? Right or wrong?
No.
Oh, so what conversation? So then you just walked in here. You probably didn't.
I get you.
This is typical.
No. Men on
You want to pick a little argument? You want to do semantics? We can do semantics. I got time. It's all good.
Alright, y'all talking at 3 and 5 is a headache. One at a time.
The semantics, I feel like.
No, I was just trying to point out that men on average do not participate in childbearing the same women do. It doesn't matter if you date a thug or if you date a quote unquote good nerdy man who has a job and pulls his pants up.
Look at that.
Like
poking fun at that.
They just don't do it.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, that's your experience.
Because men don't like kids.
Sorry, that's your experience, you know?
It's facts.
No, it's not facts. You're not omnipresent. You're not omnipresent. You're not omnipresent. You can't be everywhere at once, so you can't say it's facts because you're not omnipresent. You're not omnipresent. You're a human being. You're not omnipresent. So cut that bullshit out. It's facts.
It's called.
Americans love doing that. Oh, it's facts. Factually, it's objectively true. Like, bro, you don't know that.
It's called conducting research.
You didn't conduct research, Ada.
Yeah, the research.
Stop playing with people's intelligence right now.
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Do you know how to go on Google?
Ada, just let it go. You're not convincing me. Like I'm not a little fucking kid. You're not gonna sit here and lie to me.
You are. You're talking.
You're not gonna sit here and lie to me. Okay?
You talk about high school.
You know you got the right to that. That's your opinion. So say
clearly
my opinion is, and I back it with this Google. Could say that.
You clearly are a child. You talk about high school. Like, who cares?
Okay, it's all good. Anybody else you want to spar with, or you just want to spar with me today?
Because he wasn't doing shit in high school and also.
Right. Yeah. Clearly.
Who talks about high school if you're like a real adult? Like, you're clearly. Like,
it's an example. You guys are dragging it. It's an example.
No.
I use it as an example. Okay, you're more of an adult than me, Ada. Are you happy now? Can we move the fuck on now, or you still want to try to pick my brain psychologically and try to play these little games?
Okay.
Come on.
He's triggered.
No. She doesn't need your help. She doesn't need your help. Oh, she does. Because she wasn't able to do it herself. So, but you're not gonna help.
You ran away from me. I didn't need help.
You're not gonna be of any help. Trust.
Let's move on.
You know that's the Lisa you was talking to, right?
Yeah, you got the wrong people.
Okay, boy.
No, you got a beautiful voice.
Hi. Thank you, Mr. Say. I appreciate you. Tenzin, you came up to talk to someone?
Not really.
Spirit Airlines. I hope someone does.
Oh, it's too late. I thought they're liquidating already.
I don't think anybody is. I heard. What did we pull up this morning, Sarah? They're filing Chapter 7.
Okay, yeah, I heard Sean throw in the college scribe and say if it makes sense, we'll bail them out. Well,
so the Chapter 7 is a financial bailout, not a Chapter 11. Basically go under, right?
They're looking for government money. That's what they're doing, Seth, and it's not going to work.
It's a reorganization.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a reorganization of money in the company.
So they're still fine.
They're not doing that, but they're reorganizing until they get their shit together.
Right. So the airline business, I used to trade a lot of their money.
It's just like me going to get a puppy, knowing that it's coming.
Getting it shut down for pennies on the dollar, even better.
And only in their acting can they have this experience. No. We want that ground floor to be as familiar as your own.
it was interesting. I looked up the other day because someone was telling me that they used to fly Spirit's version of first class because it was a relatively low budget upgrade that made the experience a lot better. And it wasn't really a separated area like first class on other airlines, or you didn't get, fancy meals or anything, but you did get a double wide seat and much more leg room, and you got to board first and take luggage for free. And the reason that they even had those seats in the first place was they bought this fleet of airplanes, and they determined that it would actually be cheaper to just create that as an option on all their flights as an upgradable option versus ripping out the seats and putting in standard rows like they had everywhere else. So it was kind of innovative in that way.
I'm going to tell you, people that have to buy, and it's going to sound really rude of me, and you guys know I'm a very kind person, but if you have to buy a double seat, you have the money to fly a different airline.
No, it's not the case because, sure, maybe you do, but who likes to just spend their money on the flight rather than the trip? But it's even with that upgrade, it's still often significantly less than any other airline.
I like the model. I think airline travel was a monopoly for a while. I like the Uber, hotels.com. They have been innovative.
Hello?
In terms of reducing costs. I'm sure that the profit margin was ridiculous for a long time, and then this happens, and it's a commodity. It's just get me to get me from A to B.
Hello, get me the president.
The least amount of cost. But you have to remember, like, people used to really enjoy the flight process. Now the experience is more like and I think that sucks too.
That is generations ago, and that's a different discussion. But when was air travel a monopoly?
That was before deregulation.
Albert made the point. I would like to hear him defend it.
Yeah, there you go.
More visible and sensible, a fullness of this but a frozen spark turning about thee with egg.
Government backs.
And the government told them how much they could charge per ticket. They had a limit.
And how many competitors were there in the marketplace, and what was the greatest market share that one of them?
Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawk's. By my head I invoke. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reverse the sign, given on the sacred deed of thee, O Lord. By the Lamb and I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sown with gold, the flashing of light that I wear. My robe I invoke. So I have to be like all my glory. By my fingers I invoke the voice of the master. Music in the song that I made to the flaming sword, proud child and conquering all wars by the song I invoke. My hand is thy sword of revenge. Let it strike at thy bidding. By the sword I Mine is the head of the man, and my insight is keen as the hawk's. By my bed I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. My father is dead. My mother bore me with labor and pain and fear. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brightness I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle, reverse the sign, given of none, save it thee, O Lord. By the Lamed I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white, sewn with gold, the flashing of day that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of a prophet and Typhoon. By the sign I invoke Mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue figure of the interwear. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beat of earth, so the means I cannot feel thee. By my fingers I invoke thee. By the wand of double power in the voice of the master, Abraham, by the word I invoke thee. By the dark waves of music and the song that I made of old. and conquering Lord, for us In my hand is thy sword